So, anyway, like I said, there's a scary story I was telling you about earlier. So this cop, he's standing over this pile of just all these unarmed civilians he had shot and killed, right? And he's like still hearing in the back, so he's still hearing the scratch noise, right? And he looks down, and all the dead fathers of, like, orphans now, they all have hooks on their hands. And he's just like, oh my God, what do I do? Runs home, goes into his house, tells his wife, right? And as he's telling her all this stuff about the hook hand and the scratching at the door, she's not paying attention and stuff, and his chicken cutlet's cold, so he just starts hitting her, right? He's just fucking slamming on her, right? And she's just, like, still not paying attention to what he says. He's like, why the fuck aren't you fucking listening? And he looks down, and on her hand, she's got a fucking hook, dude. Welcome to Irrelevant Illiterate Podcast. My name is Double Scoop, that's Dead Balls. With us today is Delaware's official mayor, Tyler Mullen, of the bands Gridiron and Killing Me. And
what's up?
My number one barista.
I wish.
The number one barista in Delaware.
Production assistant.
I would say productions and operations
He's
manager.
so mighty at it, they call him Dave Barista. You're welcome. That was fucking free.
Dave Barista.
The rest of them are cost you about $2.50
Oh my
a piece.
God.
How are you, bud?
I'm good, man. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel alive. I feel alive.
I believe you.
How are you? You good?
You should be feeling alive, because pretty soon you'll be in Tacoma, Washington, and then that's all going to out the fucking door.
Yeah. Well, Kurt Cobain's coming.
Is
He's
he?
gonna be there, dude.
Oh shit! Dude.
He said he was.
There's your entire life leading up to that, and there's at Tacoma, and then there's just everything else.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but don't they have watered down Dennis McGonigal, Max Davis living there?
Oh, that's right.
Watered down.
Yeah.
He'll be there. We'll be chilling.
If you took Max Davis and just threw him in like a shallow creek for about 9 years, then drug him out,
it'd be you.
this is what you would get.
Short hair.
Yeah.
Does he have short hair right now? I haven't
I
seen.
think he's still bald.
You remember when he had that fucking super long locks?
Dude, yeah, looked good. He had a long, luscious locks.
He looked wild, dude.
Dude, I'm trying to grow mine back. I'm trying to get that early 2000s Max Davis vibe going on. So people start confusing me for him instead of the other way around. God, I love that boy. Stood us up.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't forgotten about that.
I was mad, but then I remembered that he had a trash talk tattoo, and now I don't feel bad about it at all, and I wish I never saw him again.
He has two.
He has two?
On each knee.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Margarita's Pizza was still open on Main Street. It was like me and him and a couple other people were chilling, but he was sitting down, and he had his knees were out, and these two college girls walked by, and they're like, oh my God, I want those tattoos so bad. I didn't realize that it was upside down peace signs, and I was just like, Max just like thought it was hilarious. He was like, Jesus, dude.
I would have gone home and removed my knees immediately.
Yeah. No, he was like, he was feeling it.
Jesus Christ. They're probably like, you should get peace frogs on your other knee.
Peace frogs.
That's hysterical.
Like that's cool.
Speaking of shitty college girl shit, there's this one I always see at Dunkin' Donuts every fucking morning. And she drives a Jeep. Shocking, I know.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But the back tire cover, it says Jeep Girl, but the E's in Jeep are spelled with flip-flops.
Oh.
And I only figured out that it was Jeep Girl because it was on a fucking Jeep. But how the fuck do you make an E out of a flip-flop?
I don't know. It looks like Jupe.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's like
J-O-O-P.
That's a great question.
Or at least like a cursive D or something. Like, what the fuck? So, basically, she's a Jeep Girl, but she can't fucking spell. I hope that thing rolls over. She's paralyzed.
Hey, if you can read this, flip me back over.
Salt Life, dude.
Salt Life, yeah.
Salt Life, dude.
I need a Salt Life sticker.
So, Tom, I saw a great vanity tag today.
Oh boy, what was that?
Nothing. I didn't see fucking vanity tags. Only dum-dums look at that shit and put it on another podcast. You fucking zero. Oh, God.
Well, I overheard a child asking a question that I've never thought to ask before the other day.
What's that?
This was so interesting that I had to write it down.
What's this?
The child is standing in line with their father.
Right.
I was somewhere, and the kid must have been like 5 or 6. Like, could talk, but like
Gross.
was still figuring out the world, if you
Aw.
will. And she started asking her dad questions like, "Why do they call potato chips potato chips?"
I mean, you're 5. It's a pretty solid question.
Why do they call chips chips? You know, why do they call a cheesesteak a cheesesteak? And to be very honest, I never thought about that before.
That's some really fucking mind-bending shit, dude.
It made me think for a long time.
As much as I hate New Yorkers, because most of them are Italians and that's gross, their words for cheesesteak is just makes more sense. Steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese.
It just makes more sense.
Where in New York? You said
Most of the city.
Yeah, like a chop. Well, you know that chopped cheese thing they do.
Chopped cheese or fucking steak and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you put cheese before the steak when the steak's the main ingredient?
Yeah, I wonder what the origin is with Philly, like where they like created.
One day,
like
the worst Italians in the world came over on a ship, right? And they landed in this place called Mellis and on Ellis Island. It is in New York, pretty popular. You may have heard of it. And they were like letting all these Italians in the port, and they're like, "All right, yeah, you're cool. What can you do? Construction? All right, cool. Go on in, man. What can you do? You can work a dock. All right, cool. Come on in, man. Come on in. And then all the ones that just had nothing, they were just too busy, like, you know, like fingering their cousins or just fucking like drinking paint and shit. All those guys, they're like, what the fuck do we do with these guys? And they just shipped them to Philadelphia, and that's where Philadelphia society started. And it's just gradually diluted itself with cousin fucking even more, and that's why it's called a cheesesteak.
I think we nailed it.
Yeah.
You ever like written a book?
I can't even fucking read. What are you talking about?
You just rolled on with that, and it was good. Dude. I mean,
it makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
There's this flawless science.
You could write a book in like a day, dude.
I could write a book about Italians, Philadelphia, how much I hate both. I mean...
You like cheesesteaks?
I love fucking... Just look at me.
I know. Man.
You can probably hear my arteries crying from there.
I like cheesesteaks. They're great.
If cheesesteaks are so good, vegans make a version.
Yeah.
You know? Vegans don't make a fake version of shitty foods. You know what I mean?
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Is it?
Somewhat.
Is it?
Yeah. Not now, but I'm telling you, like 2040, I bet you vegan food's going to be banging this shit.
I hope so.
Yeah, it might take over regular food. You won't even know it's vegan anymore. Yeah.
Honestly,
fine.
Smothered in enough gravy, I probably wouldn't notice anyway.
If it tastes good, fine. So
Yeah.
be it.
Yeah.
It's closer to me than the real thing.
I feel like a
Lazy.
lot of it is lost, like it's like healthy side part of it, you know. Like a lot of people think like, oh, I'm just gonna eat this because it's healthy, but dude, it's just equivalent as just eating a T-bone.
Yeah, it's just got chemicals, different kinds. It's got more chemicals than it does fat.
Mad plants and chemicals. Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that freaks me out now, like especially about is mostly vegan burgers, is the fact that they make it. I think they use beet juice or whatever to make it bleed. And as a lifelong meat eater and a former butcher, I love meat, right? I do. I love red meat. But you know what? My least favorite thing about it is the bleeding.
The blood, yeah.
You know what? If a steak doesn't bleed when I cut into it, I'm still going to fucking eat it.
Mm.
I don't need the theatrics.
Definitely not in a burger either.
Like, I don't need the theatrics behind that.
I feel like a lot of like if you're either a psychopath or a sadistic person, you definitely like blood coming out of your steak.
It's like, yo, can I get a Beyond Burger extra beets?
Extra
like,
beets.
Fuck, it's like, yeah, I don't need it. It was like Morningstar used to do fake chicken wings with plastic bones.
Ew.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
I was like...
Or they're like wood. They do these things with like... Well, they do either plastic or you'll see like a thick wooden stick and the whatever it's made of is wrapped around the stick, so it looks like a drumstick chicken wing type thing.
That's horrifying.
I mean, not Morningstar, but like
somebody did it. Yeah.
Bougie ass restaurants that do that, you know.
Christ.
It's like if anybody's ever had like a kebab or anything like that, wood will break when cooked. Mm-hmm. It's like I'd rather just deal with it being boneless than having to fucking pull splinters out of the roof of my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need the dog and pony show. It's like, as long as the taste is somewhat similar, I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
But yeah, we don't need shit to bleed. We don't need fake bones. It's like, that's just weird. It's like, I'm not a pedophile, but I fuck this baby doll every night. It's like, fuck out of here,
dude.
You weirdo. What are you doing duding me for? I didn't do it.
The best part about that analogy is that he made it up.
Yeah,
it's not real.
I fuck a sock like a man.
I fuck a sock like a real man.
Like a real fucking man. 100% cotton. I don't want to kill the sheep, but I definitely want to fucking hang out with his left arm for a little bit.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, old socks suck.
Yeah.
Like, when you realize a sock gets old when you start to sweat, your feet start to sweat easily.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I never realized that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking annoying.
Fresh socks are probably one of the greatest things in the world.
Fresh underwear and fresh socks.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Like, that's the only, like, I don't give a fuck about wealth of any type, but I would love to get to a point in my life where I could just buy a fresh pack of underwear and a fresh pack of socks, wear them once, toss them, and just keep doing that over and over and over.
Brand new every single time.
Yeah, white
Just
tees.
those two things.
White tees, too.
Yeah,
That's
honestly.
true,
Good
too.
shit.
No matter what, one wash and they're shrunk up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100% cotton.
I don't mind the first like 2, 3, 4 washes of undies, but after a while you're just like, I've had these forever. Fuck them.
Not even that. Just give them a month. Give them a month, and then just like, nah, fuck. it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm also a fat fuck too, so like my elastic gets blown out quick.
Dude.
You know, I sit down wrong, and the elastic around like the leg would just be like, nah.
Yeah,
It
it just gives out.
It's just like, peace out, man. I'm like, all right, see you later, elastic.
You just hear it go.
It's just like, come on, man. It's like when they killed Raheem in fucking Juice. It's like, dude, he's just crying out.
I never got to see Juice
It's crazy.
ever. That's the one with Tupac, right?
It's good.
Yeah, it's a great fucking movie,
Yeah.
dude.
You got the juice now.
You killed Raheem. You killed Steve.
That's the one where he says, "You know what? I am crazy."
Yeah.
On the lockers. Yeah.
That was it. I think I was like 56 when that movie came out.
Dude.
Yeah.
56.
Yeah.
In dog years. Fucking dog years.
Pretty much, dude.
You basically nailed it.
I'd be fucking mad if it wasn't so goddamn accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta see that.
I saw the black and white version.
Yeah, sorry, I feel it.
Because that's
funny.
the TV you had.
You had antennas coming out of your TV.
Yeah, that's right, dude. You had the fucking
Wooden panel.
wooden panel,
Yeah.
fat back TV.
Yeah, fat back.
My whole fucking house.
Back fatter than my own.
My entire house growing up was wood panel. I hate
You're like when you had your TV's actually like 80 inches around, but the screen's only 10 inches.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
yeah.
That's so like 60s to 70s.
Oh god.
You know?
I mean, 80s and 90s too.
Yeah.
Like my whole life.
Yeah,
where,
you're right,
Like
yeah.
I grew up with a box TV.
I didn't get rid of mine until 08. And that's only because my sister had gotten one that had a line going down the side of it, which bothered her. She's like, "Do you want this TV? Because I can't send it back." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I had to throw away my fatback TV. Oh god, video games the first time on that thing.
Yep. The cables go right into the
Oh
front.
my
Yeah.
god, I felt like a mayor.
Yeah.
I was just like, Jesus Christ.
I had my PlayStation 2 on my TV up
Yeah.
by my bed for years and years and years.
This is like 2010. I'm playing like PlayStation 1 games on it, acting like I'm in VR. I'm like, fuck me. I'm so late to the game
I
on
can't be
everything.
I can't be touched. This is great.
It's like, whoa, I can see so many pixels on fucking Luigi. Like, jeez. But yeah, I had a fatback TV for a while. I remember that because I fucking threw my back out carrying that thing to my fucking curb.
It's
Hey.
crazy how much. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
No, it's just crazy how much plastic was put into those things.
Oh, and amongst other fucking harmful ass, like just like the
So much
tubes in it,
plastic.
like
Yeah.
the tubes in it and shit.
Just unnecessary shit. You know.
Like I'm pretty sure, like when you take shit to the dump, like when we take shit to the dump at work, like just like random refuse and stuff, you take the normal part of the dump and you dump it. TVs are one of the things you just can't dump with the regular shit, just because of all the chemicals and stuff in the tubes and stuff for old TVs. But yeah, I put mine on my curb and like 10 minutes later it was gone. Somebody just came by and picked it up.
You want to hear something fucked up
No.
about box TVs?
Not really,
So
but-
I had like a pretty sizable one when I was a little kid, and it was in my bedroom, like
Brag.
on top of this like bunk bed kind of structure thing. It was up high, and when I was, I don't know, younger than 10, older than 5, I was hanging on the edge of the thing that it hangs on, and my weight like just offset it, and the TV fell and crashed on the ground in my room, and it was a glass screen, so
Yeah.
it fucking exploded.
Uh-huh.
My parents thought I died.
Oh my god.
My mom was downstairs. She was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
And they're like, how the hell did Tommy pull it over? He's not doesn't weigh anything. And that's how they found out you had a big ass dick. You pull that thing down with
Son of a bitch.
with pure mule weight. Just
Pure mule weight.
Pull that thing the fuck over.
Dude.
Like a fucking grieving mother trying to like pry a Toyota off her kid. You're just fucking took. First off, why did you have a bunk bed when you don't have any siblings in your age range?
Because I'm cool. I don't know. I had a cool ass room.
Yo,
This is my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday bed. This is Jesus Christ.
how thick was the glass on that TV? Like, is it? Yeah, I'd
TV
imagine.
thickness? I don't know.
I always wonder, like,
I couldn't give you a mil count. I have no idea.
I've never been able to. I remember one time I was with my brother and we tried smashing the glass of a TV
Oh, it's hard.
with a metal baseball bat,
It's
and
a lot
it was
harder than you think.
Yes.
the rebound or whatever. This was the biggest mistake ever.
Yeah.
It's like when
shoulders.
It's like when Mikey or something in the Goonies, he like takes that big ass metal fire poker, and fucking rocks it on the ground.
It reverberates all the way up your body.
Up your shock into your body. Yeah,
As I tried smashing some kid's TV at some college party, and that was over by the old Clay Creek Studios called Fox something. The apartment building's right over there in Newark. Foxcroft. And I tried smashing this guy's TV. It was just a wooden Louisville. I tried smashing. He had a fatback TV just in one of the rooms. And I just couldn't fucking do it.
yeah, dude.
And I was just like, am I just that fucking weak? Like, Jesus Christ. I was like, either that or fucking it was American made.
No, yeah, man. American made. Man,
College kids won again that night, dude.
And it fell.
Did you get a fight or something?
We were fucking nutballs. We just used to go out, and because there's no shows, nothing to go to, we would just go to college parties, steal their beer,
Yeah,
and then go find other parties and try to sell the beer.
that's sick.
Smart.
Or we would steal their
You're
DVD, or we would steal the DVD collection, and then the next day take it to either a pawn shop or mostly GameStops and used like stores and sell their shit there.
That's entrepreneurial get-go.
And then if that didn't help out, we were just so fucking antisocial, we would just try to fight them all to varying degrees of success. I mean, I got my fucking ass whooped quite a few times by people that I shouldn't have gotten my ass whooped by.
Just jocks, bro.
Yeah.
Jocks.
But yeah, when I was like, shit, back then I was like 7,000 pounds, and I was probably in my late 40s. And this dude was like 5'5", little short king, just fucking stung me in the jaw, and I felt it for like 3 fucking days. I was just like, Jesus Christ! Like I wasn't like I couldn't focus, like my vision wouldn't focus and shit. He fucked my shit up.
Dude, half the time, jocks are like dangerous.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I win because I got his Matrix DVDs. So take that shit, Chance.
Go fuck yourself.
Chance,
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking Chance.
Chance is a very good.
That's a
bro
That's a
out
bro
name.
name.
Chance is from Long Island, you know. Wears like a full parka with mesh shorts in the middle of like February. Yeah,
Tristan.
Tristan.
Fucking Tristan. He's got spiky blonde hair.
Dermot. Yeah,
Dermot.
just shit like.
Dermot.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No disrespect to the Tristans out there, but
Because if you got like a normal name, just like a John or something like that, you're not getting any fucking college in Delaware. No, dude.
Gabe.
Yeah, no, Gabe's aren't getting in, dude. Gabe's are not getting in.
I was talking about weird names. Never mind.
What's weird about Gabe, dude?
Pretty weird name.
What about our 16th president, Gabe Lincoln?
Gabe Lincoln.
Remember
That's
that guy?
I forgot, dude.
Yeah, died for the country, dude.
Goth Lincoln. Imagine Abe Lincoln as a goth. Just like,
Oh, I think.
Dude, if Abe Lincoln were alive today, I have a feeling he'd be one of those making IPAs in his basement dorks, like with a waxed mustache, riding around one of those penny farthing bikes with a big ass front tire. So
like a tire swing.
yeah, like one of those fucking goofy boys.
Yeah.
So honestly, when you think about it, JWB, that's why I call him. His real name's John Wilkes Booth. He probably did everybody a favor.
Government.
Because you figure, look, he freed the slaves. That was going to be the highest point of his presidency. So who knows what was coming for the rest of it? It probably was all going to be a downslope. You know, like he was going to like legalize Italian marriage and shit, like gross shit like that.
Oh, dude, every president notoriously has lame duck ears. He would have been a fucking bum. His last years in office.
I thought you said ears. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
No.
Duck ears?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I want to say that lame duck ears. I'm like,
Years.
do ducks even
years.
have
I've never heard that term.
Do ducks even have ears?
Whatever ducks have is not lame. Also,
That's true. Ducks are the shit. Yeah, I be watching duck videos on the internet constantly, dude.
They've been coming around a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Just like classic white duck.
Dude, ducks and abuelas are the best thing that ever happened to the internet.
Abuelas?
Abuelas, dude.
What?
Spanish grandmas,
Yeah.
dude. They rule TikTok, dude.
I didn't know that.
Dude, it's fucking sick. It's like them like posing out in front of their house wearing like their like church clothes and shit. But then they Photoshop themselves like right on the back of an eagle.
Yes.
So like this eagle just tearing ass through the sky.
What?
And it's just got Carmen's just on the back of it. Just posed out with these fucking her good shoes on, these like white capri pants, and like a turquoise top, just going over this fucking mountain.
Dude, that is so much.
Abuelas, dude. They know the internet better than any fucking young kid does.
I gotta see that.
is your phone in here? Well, we're talking about it, so it's going to pick it up, and now it's going to come in your feed.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, dude, you think I'm not going to go home tonight, take a shit, and just be like, forward that to Tyler, forward that to Tyler, forward that to Tyler.
Yeah, do it, please.
It's not abuelas,
It's ducks.
ducks,
Yeah, ducks.
and kids with Down syndrome and cooking shows. I love those things, dude. That one kid just makes like the most delicious looking shit I've ever seen.
Dude, the food world of cooking things now is so awesome.
Oh, it's
Just
great.
simple, step by step by step. Like
Yeah, because that's what I fucking need.
yeah, you don't need
can't
the
cook.
You don't want to read a fucking novel to,
Yeah,
to
and-
understand how to cook it. You know?
And what do you do first?
Wash my damn hands. That kid is so good. That kid,
Oh man,
dude, I get so stoked because every time that kid posts a video, I'm like, yo, it looks bussin', and I put up 2 metal horns on it. And he always writes back, hell yeah, with 2 metal horns on it. And I'm just like, I'm fucking in the gang, dude.
Yo,
I'm in the fucking gang, man.
yo, when we do eventually start a Patreon, one of the tiers, I'm gonna donate $1 of every membership to that guy's Patreon if he has
Shit.
one.
Who is this?
It's the page is on Instagram. It's called Downright Delicious.
Okay.
Get it? Downright Delicious.
Downright.
It's just this fucking kid with Down syndrome that just, it's mostly grill work. But yo, his grill is fucking sick, dude.
Okay.
And he just makes like, first I was like just you know, like that, and I'm like, yeah, those pork medallions actually look pretty fucking good, dude. Those look delicious. And like he's always like listening to Pantera or like Korn and shit while he's doing it too. And it's just funny, like his first like step 1, wash my damn hands. And just fucking like mugs the camera. It is so fucking good.
I gotta see that.
This kid, I'm like, God, I wish this kid gets his own show.
It's a matter of time.
I mean,
Do you know who's the best? There's that dude that has the fitted on with the lip ring. And he's always he's got
Steve Bridges.
Steve Bridges. Oh my god.
I saw him. He's in my feed today.
Hey, y'all got $1? I need to get $1.
That's my mom. Dude.
Newport.
I love his AO, like goes, it's
AO.
short, and then it's like, first it was like, ow, and then it's like, ah. It's just gradually just going to be like, and that's all he's going to do.
Dude, how many people do the collective 3 of us know like that,
There's
or rather have encountered?
I remember growing up with people like that. I don't really see them
my
anymore.
God.
but,
We have
like,
a
I
whole,
think they're all dead.
we have a whole city of them. It's called Newcastle, Delaware.
it's Route 40.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Route
Exactly.
40,
It's called
babe.
Pulaski Highway, dude. It's like,
You need some heroin?
it's called, yeah, stop in the farmer's market right by the ninja weapons.
Yes, dude. Yeah, go pick up a bamboo plant after. So.
Plus, like, nunchucks in a bag.
That's where I got that. That's where I got that mirror right there.
It's like, yeah, you want some nunchucks? You're like, no. It's like,
All right,
you want some Park 30s? You're like, maybe.
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 Come see me.
Oh, fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, I feel like they're everywhere.
So, you're going out to fucking Washington
Yeah.
with Gridiron.
Yeah.
So, why are you back on drums, dude?
Well, Gridiron just started in like 2020, and like Carl, who sings, and Will are like, they were like playing Call of Duty one day, and they're like, "Yo, we should start a band." And then Carl hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you want to drum for this?" And I kind of just like, I was like, "This isn't gonna happen," and I was just like, "Whatever." And then I think the next day he hit me up again, and I was like, "All right, he's for real, so let's do it." Yeah, and ever since then, yeah, it's been on drums, dude. It's been sick. And
it's good to be behind a kid, isn't it?
it's fucking awesome.
I'm happy about it
everything,
because I hate drummers, first of all, because each city gets 3. Gets 3 drummers.
Wow, that's a great
kinda
fucking
true.
point.
That's it. You get 3 of them,
I
right?
never thought about that until right
And
now.
here's the thing about drummers. They never want to stay behind a drum kit.
What?
I do.
What do you mean?
They either want to move up front,
Oh, yeah.
they want to move to guitar, they want to start 2 shitty podcasts. It's like they never just like, and they don't understand how they're a dying breed and such a hard to find unicorn of a person, right? Dude, bass players, you can fucking throw a dick in the air and it's going to land on one. It's like vocalists, I mean, Jesus Christ, anybody can do that stupid shit.
Yeah, anybody could do that.
But yeah, drummers, like the hardest people to find, especially ones that have gear that's not made out of trash can lids.
And they're decent.
Yeah, and they actually carry a fucking beat.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, well, I'm beyond drums now. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Beyond.
So now you're back behind drums, but not, you're also doing like 30 bands at once behind the drums now.
Yeah.
You making up for lost time? What's your problem?
I don't know, man. It's just like a drug for me. It's like all I know, really. So that's all I could do. I mean, there's many people that just are in many bands, but like, I don't know. A lot of people just hit me up like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I'm like, I have a problem saying no. But as the past couple months, it's just been like, yeah, I spread myself pretty thin. So,
well, it's also, you can also think of it like one of the things like, yeah, I'll join 6 bands knowing full well that maybe 2 will last longer than 6 months.
yeah.
Because how many of us started a band, just one band at a time? You go 6 months, fucking breaks up. Probably because the drummer wants to move to do something else, like play keyboards, and then all of a sudden,
Keytar.
Yeah, keytar.
Yeah,
He's like
keytar.
fucking in a Robert Palmer cover band, and you're just like, all right, this band's not gonna fucking last 6 months. Now what the fuck do I do? Then I spend another year sitting on my thumb, and so if you're like, all right, I'll start 5 bands, and it's just better for your averages when you think about it.
Odds, really.
Yeah. And so if one band's like, yeah, we're breaking up because this dude wants to, finger girls and play pop punk. You're like, all right, well, at least I got this to fall back on.
Or worse, they get married.
Ugh. Dude, sex with girls is so fucking gross.
Yeah, it's gay, I'll tell you what.
What kind of freak has sex, dude?
Never had it.
I wouldn't know.
Never done
I
it.
wouldn't recommend it, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
I mean, unless you're coming on your own stomach, there's no point in doing it at all.
What's that?
Exactly.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Hare Krishna thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, God.
We'll have the ass tingle. So how does it feel upseating him as mayor of Wilmington, Delaware?
Tingle?
Yeah, you upseated him, dude.
Did I?
You pushed him right out of office.
No.
I'd say-
Yeah, dude. Teeth first.
I see him every once in a while.
I'd say Newark,
sorry.
dude.
Yeah, I see him every once in a while. But, yeah.
He'd be a great mayor of Newark.
Dude.
Because, like, if you want to get something done in Newark, you go to, like, his office, and he would just hide from you. Or it's like, oh, yeah, we'll have a meeting in, like, 20 minutes, and then you don't see him for 7 days. Yeah. It'll be sick.
Yeah, he's an anomaly for sure.
Fucking dum-dum.
Maybe he's been practicing for politics his whole life. Who knew?
Oh, shit. Can you imagine that just giving a fucking nice keynote speech behind a podium, and all you hear is just his teeth clicking off the microphone? Like,
He does love carrots and apples. So
every time he fucking finishes his speechwriter just hand him a handful of oats. He's got big teeth.
You guys are insane.
What are you talking about, dude?
God.
So you wanted to join a band with a guy who used to do vape cloud videos, so Gridiron started.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Carl's vape tricks.
And he's also
really
a fisherman, which is just disgusting too.
Dude.
But
he's an angler.
then all of a sudden,
He's good. He's a good fisherman.
Yeah.
how hard is it to be a good fisherman?
I don't know, man. You got to know your shit.
Yeah, but
You
why
really
would you
do.
want to know that shit?
I don't know. There's something primitive. It just gets.
You know what else is primitive? Going to the fucking supermarket and saying, yeah, I want that one.
I want that salmon.
Commerce.
Right?
That's primitive.
Commerce is primitive. It's one of the oldest things we got going right now.
Hey, remember one of our first news stories?
But you know what isn't old? Your bandmates and Killing Me. How did that come about?
Oh, shit.
How did you end up?
I know Andrew. Andrew Walker. He plays guitar. But I met him through like shows, and then I realized that like I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like this kid like wants to be in a band, and I just hit him up on Instagram one day. I was like, "Yo, do you play guitar?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, well, let's just do a practice." And his dad just dropped him off my house, and we just jammed.
Hell
It
yeah.
was so sick. And then it was like the rest came together. Like he's like, "Yeah, my friend David wants to do vocals." And I have a friend Chris who does bass. So, yeah, they've been, getting after it, dude.
Well, I actually talked to him, and what he told me is they asked you to play drums so after practice you could get them into R-rated movies.
Yeah, that's true. I
like-
buy them cigarettes, and I buy them alcohol and
mature-rated video games. I heard.
Yeah, mature.
He's like, look, man, I really need a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. What can you do for me? He's like, well, I can play drums on your demos, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
They bully me into buying them Hustler magazines.
Damn.
We only want ones with tinkle in it.
Tinkle, yeah.
Good tinkle play.
Yeah, that's like one thing I always remember growing up was that guy had like a pee fetish or something, right?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
They was like, oh, what's the difference between that and Playboy? It's like, well, Playboy doesn't have them pulling the lips open like a fucking biology book.
All right.
And going tinkle. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, I'm all for looking at naked chicks, but I don't want to fucking see their inner organs and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's a dark world.
It is a dark
out
world,
there.
dude. Let's talk about something a little more positive, somewhat. Let's talk about Delaware.
Yeah,
All right?
lore, dude.
Delaware,
Some
dude.
Delaware lore. Delore.
What the fuck is wrong with this state now? No one, like, we got a shit ton of bands. This is where I'm coming from.
Nah,
Not to be the old guy. Not to be the old guy. But when I was in Dead and Buried back in my day, there was just us. And nobody wanted to fuck with us. No one wanted to play with us. But I had venues out the ass to book shows at. And now, there's like 30 bands. And like, most of them are pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no place to play.
There's no venues. I think the venues just got destroyed over time. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I feel like the Grange was just the spot for everybody, and then there was some churches here and there, or like a fire hall.
Yeah.
But you would know, man. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I say there was thousands of venues, but in reality, I would have a venue for maybe 6 months, and then somebody would do something to fuck it up, and you lose it, and you have to go through. I'm pretty sure I went through every single Union Hall, DFW, Nerd Temple, every single one of those places I could fucking...
Temple.
Every single one of them I could fucking find. And so I'm pretty sure I couldn't book a show now if I wanted to, because they probably have my name on file. But, yeah.
I wonder if they still like just remember that, like, we're not gonna book shows anymore because they're just fucking. It was chaos the last time we did it.
The only person that let me get away with murder and had no problem coming back was this dude who I booked, Girls Inc.
Oh yeah,
this guy named Jimmy Hudson, this total normie dude, right? He's the man. But then again, it's hard to fuck up a gymnasium.
yeah.
I mean, the carpeted room, the atrium, that was easy
that.
to fuck up, so we didn't really fuck around there, but we had a gymnasium to play at, but the thing is, we never had a gymnasium-sized crowd. But yeah, he just let me do whatever, and if like shit happened, like we would just come, like if somebody punched a hole in a wall, we would just come back the next day, patch it up.
Yeah.
Luckily, like friends of ours know how to hang drywall and paint and stuff like that, so we lucked out with that.
Damn.
But then he stopped working there and just over.
Yeah, I bet.
And I was like, fuck. Then the only place we could get after that was 21 and ups, and the thing that sucked then was that
It cuts your
21 and
attendance.
up, the 21 and up crowd was maybe a third of our turnout. Everybody else was underneath 21.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you would find a place that would let you get kids that were like 18 or whatever in like that, one of them would fuck it up by having to go get a beer, and you're like, fuck, now you just ruined that for the rest of us. Like, could you just drink in a car like a normal person?
Yeah.
You know, like my dad did. You know, now we can't fucking book at, the fucking Pale Dog Saloon anymore.
Oh, dude, I remember Pale Dog.
That place. Dude.
In Glasgow.
Yeah, right in that
shopping center.
Right in that corner. It's still there. It's called something music venue, but
fucking windows were blacked out, like black tinted out.
I played my last Dead and Buried show before he kicked me out was at that place.
Damn.
With Reign Supreme.
I think I was there.
And Too Pure to Die.
Too Pure to Die. I don't, dude.
I forget who else.
Yeah.
Oh, it's some band from like Elkton, Rising Sun area called Fighting Chance.
I thought you were about to say Blue Eyed Devils or something.
Oh, I got a fucking story about the Blue Eyed Devils.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude. I was booking shows at this place called the Ground Floor.
Yep.
Right.
First show I ever had was at the Ground Floor. That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Who was it?
Dude, it was like, so my brother Brandon took me there the day before we went to Warped Tour, 2004.
It might have been one of mine.
Dude, it was like Bombs Away, and it was some other random high school
If
band.
it was punkers, I didn't do it.
No, it wasn't
probably Sal
hardcore.
Georgie or someone else.
Yeah, I wish I had an older brother.
But
Shit.
I did a bunch of hardcore shows there until we got kicked out for beating up a bouncer. But this dude comes up to me after a show I booked there. He's like, "Yo, you booked this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I booked this." He's like, "Here's my band's tape. Check us out. You know, if you like, you can put us on some shows." And the band was called Teardown. And I was like, all right, whatever, never heard of it. Took it home, listened to it. It was some decent, like, mid-pace, like, chuggy hardcore and stuff. It had a Shockwave cover on it, which was weird.
That's crazy.
Because, like, Shockwave was pretty recent
current, right?
at the time. It was only, like, about 5 years old, that song.
Was passionate about them.
I was like, all right, cool. You know, I was like, hey, this isn't bad. Maybe I'll throw him on some stuff. And, like, the guy seemed really nice. He was older than me, but, you know, I was like, which is weird because I was, like, 94 at that time. But, so I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I'll think about it. And then I think it was Tim from Stormwatch hit me up. He's like, yo, did you talk? I forget, guys. His name was maybe Brian or something from the band called Teardown. I was like, yeah, he hit me up. Why? Is he a buddy of yours? He's like, no. That guy used to be in the Blue Eyed Devils.
Ah.
And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. He's like, no, he was in the Blue Eyed Devils, and now he's they call it an adjunct professor at the UAD.
Yeah. I've heard
And he
that.
was teaching there. And I had no fucking clue. And like I even read through the lyrics and shit, and nothing like jumped out sketchy at me. But then if you look at him again through like the lens of this could possibly be white power, you're just like,
oh. It all makes sense. That all makes sense.
So, and he ended up, I gave him my email address and shit, and he ended up, he was like, yo, you got anything coming up? I was like, nope. Like, I got nothing.
Nah.
I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I was like, yeah, this is cool. And I was like stoked because there was another band to play with because it was mostly just us and really bad bands. And I was like, fuck.
You just, yeah.
Then I was actually shocked, though, that there was actually a white power band with a decent drummer.
Yeah.
And a listenable song. I was like, that's a first. Like,
Yeah,
holy shit.
they had some like, you know, hard riffs, but it was just like, dude,
Yeah.
that's dookie, man.
But I give him fucking
dookie shit.
I shouldn't give him credit, but I give him credit that like he had me fucking completely hoodwinked.
They always do.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
always do.
And I always thought like my Nazi radar was pretty good, mostly because they always had swastikas on them or like patches on their stupid bomber jackets. And you
Yeah.
could smell them out, you know?
There's a WP guy who goes to my gym, and I don't know what to do. What can I do about it? You know, I'm just one guy, but he's got the white pride on the back of his leg.
He probably sees that shirt and thinks you're a Mexican and just really fucking hates you even more.
Won't make eye contact with me and shit.
he's like, I see you, Pedro.
And he wears the Dwid, like, what's that called?
Oh,
Like
the
a
Castro hat?
Yes.
Yeah, like the old army hats. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
That's that full blown chaos hat.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Singer of Himsa had that.
Yes.
Yeah.
A couple people. That was that. Yeah, metalcore.
That hat either meant you're in a white power band or you really loved energy drinks. It was
Damn.
one or the other.
And a lip ring to come with it too. It was like a lip ring.
And if you had a double side lip ring,
Snake
dude,
bites.
Snake bites?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't seen those in a long time.
They're coming. They're kind of coming back, dude.
Don't.
There's just some things that should never come back.
Hey, if
History
you're,
repeats itself.
if you're snake
sure.
bites, if you're snake bites and you're listening to this, don't come back.
Unless you mosh with a book bag on. You can bring that back.
Dude, string bag?
I love that shit, dude.
Drawstring.
Bring back the messenger bag, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, who do you deliver for? Like, nobody? Get
Yeah.
out of here. I fucking love that shit. Or a parachute pants with, like, all the fucking straps hanging out of the pockets. I was
Yeah.
just
No,
mad
the-
because I could never afford those.
Nah, the zip-off cargo pants that turn into shorts
Those were cool.
Shit, dude.
with the three tiers.
I'm gonna bring back the cholo style I used to rock in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring it back, dude.
What, high socks and what?
High socks, Dickies,
Dickies.
cuffed,
Cuffed.
the low top blue Chuck Taylors,
Big white tee?
big white tee, and over it, a Dickies work shirt, one button,
Yeah,
done
yeah.
at the top.
Plaid.
Oh yeah, dude. I was definitely doing some cultural appropriation back in the day, dude. But
Yeah, I mean,
back, it sucks. Is like, yeah, like the last person that seemed to really give a shit about booking shows was James Austin,
yep.
who made and Jake Smith, who did a really good run of shit at that JC's place. And then it's like, I don't know what happened to that place, but
I think the venue people got like nervous about people fucking shit up there, and they just didn't want him to book shows or something.
I'd get mad, but honestly, I can't really blame them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, like, I think this one show James and a couple friends have booked, it was like Laid to Rest, Enemy Mind, and some other bands.
Yeah.
And but then they just knew like it was gonna get ignorant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they put tables on the side of, like, against the walls, and just to stop people from hitting the walls, but still holes got put in the fucking wall. Like this dude in American flag pants, like Rex Kwon Do pants, just fucking did a cartwheel and straight kicked into the wall. Like,
I know exactly who that person is too.
I hope
Yeah.
it wasn't Steve Huey.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Fuck.
He was the only dude I knew who rocked those pants on a regular basis.
God damn it, Steve.
You ruined Delaware, Steve. Get back
Thanks
to
a lot,
fucking
Steve.
Connecticut.
Get back to, yeah.
There's like some venues though you can walk into and just look at it and just go, 3 months and this is done. 3 months and this is done. Just the way it's laid out.
Yeah.
If it's narrow in any way.
Or the person in charge. Remember the shows that happened at Artscape?
If
yeah.
the person in
They
charge
still-
is over 50, you're fucked.
Yes. That too.
You still can book at Artscape, but it's hard to get a hold of the woman, and I don't know, man. I think people just got kind of tired of it.
Probably.
It's just like
I
an
just don't have the
awkward,
fucking disposable income I used to have.
awkward size. Yeah, I mean, there's been some younger kids that have talked about wanting to do shows, and it's like the same problem we were just talking about is finding the place to hold it, like a venue or.
Yeah,
But-
it's just like it sucks because, like I said, we were like one band, but maybe 2 or 3 bands happened in and out, and we had tons of places to pick from to play.
Yeah.
Churches, VFWs, whatever, bars would even let us do 18 and up shows and shit like that. And we were fine, but we always had to bring in bands from way out of state just to have something different on the lineup. And now Delaware's just got a fucking crop of just not only just Delaware bands, but Delaware adjacent bands, mixed up with Pennsylvania guys,
Yeah,
and Maryland
Jersey
guys and
stuff.
shit. Yeah, it's like there's so much shit to fucking choose from, and we just there's no place to put them
I don't know, man.
except Pennsylvania and Maryland.
There's a lot of potential. Like, even like kids, dude, just like kids that aren't even in bands, but just like younger dudes. Like, even in Newark, like little skate rat dudes that just come around like Switch or something, and they just like, you can tell they listen to music, and like it's like, dude, I wish I had a show going on. I just had a flyer. Like, I'd be like, yo, you look like you listen to music. You should come to this. Like,
They would
that's
totally
all it
come.
takes. Like,
They would totally come.
That's
Yeah.
how we used to always get people to come to shows. You just
Size
saw
them
somebody with like, even if the band shirt they were rocking was stupid,
yeah, Led Zeppelin.
you'd be like,
or
yo,
something.
like like new metal or something like that. But like, yo, you like heavy shit here? Come to this, and that's how we got Tingle. Sorry, wait, I shouldn't brag about that. But
Good job.
but that's how like we would
Thanks
get
a
people.
lot.
Like, yo, you like heavy music and shit? Like, we would go to like corny places too, like
The
outside
mall.
of bowling alleys, the mall. You see a kid with a goofy haircut, like different color shit. It's like, here, man, and they would come out, and then like a couple months later, all of a sudden they have a normal haircut and are wearing UFO pants and kickboxing and shit. And you're like, all right, this is great.
I feel like another tactic too is to give flyers to a kid, a hardcore kid or whatever that's coming to the show, and just be like, yo, go to school and hand these
Yeah.
out in the hallway. Like, hand these out to people. Like,
Well, for lack of a better term, like I had like a quote unquote street team, and this one
Sick,
kid
yeah,
that used
yeah.
to book with me, AJ Sullivan. He
I remember him, yeah,
he
AJ,
was
yeah.
still in high school when he started hanging out with me and going to my shows and stuff. And I was just like, he went to St. Mark's. I was like, pass him out.
yeah.
And a lot of the like kids that like the generation of kids I brought up were St. Mark's kids. Like, that's where like John Hassan came from and all these people, because AJ just went to school and just passed all the flyers out.
Yeah, dude. I feel like I saw AJ maybe 2 years ago. I'm not sure. But it was cool to see him. I was like, damn.
He still loves the music. He just doesn't. He's got a kid and shit. He just
Yeah.
doesn't have the time. He lives in like Maryland now.
Yeah.
But he came out to a couple Iron Price shows. But yeah, it's just, yeah, a lot of the dudes, like, I'm the only one that's still just kind of a bum that has time to do shit. So everybody else, and then so either people, it's a sad game, but it's kind of a fun game too. It's overdosed on Percocet or normie, and that's where you guess where the kids of your generation are.
Yeah.
And it's sad for my generation, but the thing is, like, the generations after me, that wasn't that hard. Most of them were straight edge. So you didn't really have that problem. But
a lot of them break edge.
yeah, but never to, like, if they did, it was never to a crazy degree.
Yeah.
Like, my generation, when they broke edge,
They broke.
they went far. Like, that's how half of them ended up dead. Just opiates.
Heroin.
And like if you got lucky, if you found out one of them just like decided to become a surf fisherman, you're like, fuck, at least he's still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the generations after me, I was like, all right, these kids have got their heads on straight more than my generation did. So that was a good thing. Just
I love to hear that, man. Like,
Yeah.
I love hearing this, like, you know, like, we live here our whole lives, and there's just kids that kind of just hide, you know,
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere, like, near you. Like, yo, you live in my neighborhood? What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
and you listen to this? Like, it's crazy.
I've
Like,
never even seen you before.
because
yeah.
I remember being like when I first got into hardcore, I didn't have an old head or anything like that. I kind of just found out about it on my own. This dude I used to wash dishes at this place called Cafe Francine in Wilmington, and the guy who cooked there was a drummer from this band called Blacklight Rainbow.
Okay.
And
that sounds familiar.
they played like this, like the barn door, like constantly. Like they were playing like all these like not hardcore shows, but they play with hard response a lot and shit like that. So he'd always like, yo, come out to the shows. I'm like, I'm not old enough to get in there. I'm fucking 13. He's like, just come in. I'll get you in somehow. And he did, and that's how I found out about it. But when I first started coming around, I was this little kid that no one wanted around. So everybody hated me because I was young. They're like, it's going to get the show shut down. So I didn't have like an old head to like kind of show me around and shit. So that's why, like, when I was booking shows, I was like, here, that young kid that no one's talking to, come here. Like, you know, what's up, man? Like, who would you, like, how'd you find out about this? You got to get to know them. Here's some flyers for my next couple shows. Tell your friends, bring them around, just spread the word. And it was great. And it sucks because, yeah, now there's like so much going on musically.
Dude, yeah, it's everywhere. Especially like TikTok and Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
there's just, it's the exposure.
You think it's oversaturated
It's
Like
getting
Delaware,
there.
or
It's getting there.
in general?
Nah, just certain things are like losing its purity, you know?
That's a much better way of
like
saying it.
a lot of dudes my age will get all fucking jaded and stupid.
Yeah.
And they're like, hardcore sucks now. It's just a bunch of crap. It's like these, like the internet ruined shit. I'm like, no, the internet made it more accessible. The only thing it did was now you got to wade through a little bit more to find the gems. There's some definite turds out there. Don't get me wrong, but there's still those gems out there. You just got to work harder to find them.
You got to go to shows too.
And if you put the
You
time
really
in,
have to.
you're going to find some great shit.
Yeah.
You're going to find some bad stuff, but that shit was happening in the 90s and early 2000s and shit too. It's not any different.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a different kind of good and a different kind of bad together. And either you fucking learn to roll with that shit, or you just, buzz off.
Or look around a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you can only learn by the experience of going to shows and seeing bands and like letting that impact you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when you know shit is real. When people can actually have like the passion to fucking play it. But like you can see a music video or something, or you can see like anything, and you're just like, what is this, like, prop? You know, it's just a prop. Like,
but not till you poke your head into a current show, especially of locals, do you really know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you do, just like watch whoever gets posted on Lambgoat, or whoever has a fucking stupid video on Metal Injection or some jerk off site like that. Like, yeah, you're gonna look at it, it's like, hey, this sucks now. But just poke your head into a show, and you'll see shit that's still going on. Some of it's almost exactly the same as the shit that was going on when you were going around.
True. Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of the people who write for things like that are also turds too.
Yeah.
So you're getting a turd perspective from a turd about something that is probably objectively good.
Yeah.
But it's from their fucking stupid lens, and it's going to ruin your perspective of it, and you don't even know.
And I hate when dudes my age, like, or older, goes like, well, this just sounds like this band that came out in the 90s. And you're like,
Yeah.
so what?
As it kind of should.
It's like, this sounds like Earth Crisis. I'm like, so what? Earth
Good.
Crisis fucking rules. Like, what? Like, and this band's influenced by bands that rule. Why wouldn't I want to go check them out? You know, it's like that. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I was having a discussion similar to this with someone who may or may not be on this podcast sometime next week, and we were talking about we were listening to a record, and they were like it all sounds like one song. It all sounds like one long song.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, a record kind of should have a pattern. Like, you don't want to, like you don't want like a slow track followed by a fast track followed by a middle track followed by a fast track followed like.
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds fucking great to me.
No, I mean,
variety rules.
Yes, but
I feel like
an album has a sound.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like there's a theme to it, or
yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
But some songs should have every other track. I feel like should have a little bit of contrast, just to be to spice it up and keep your mind interested.
So you don't get bored.
Yeah,
so you're not just listening to Hatebreed. You know what I mean? It's like no one wants to hear 14 of the same fucking song. But
I like to hear Perseverance whole way through.
Yeah, would you like to hear anything after that all the way through?
Rise of Brutality's dope, but I don't know.
Like
I think I
songs.
stopped there. Yeah.
Look at this politicking over here.
No. So Rise of Brutality, I haven't gotten all the way through, but Perseverance is. Yeah.
Is that the one after Perseverance?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Because that had like 3 songs that were straight up fucking awesome, and I was like, "Yo, if this was a fucking 7-inch, I'd be screaming about it to everybody who walks by me." But the fact they made it an LP, you're like, "God damn it!"
See, actually, to your point about 7 inches too, if a 7-inch all has kind of a uniformy sound, I don't mind it as much.
Yeah.
Or I mind it even less then.
Yeah, it's because it's 3 to 4 songs and it's done.
It should be 7 minutes or whatever the fuck.
Let me ask you both this question, since you all are veterans. Do you think after a band
where's my discount?
Drops a certain amount of like great LPs, they should be able to just retire from writing new music?
If they're like showstopper, like fucking cream of the crop, best LP out there, maybe.
Here's an example. Sick of It All, one of my favorite bands, one of the first bands that really get me into hardcore.
Great point.
The first, say, 4 records are really fucking good. Then you had like one that's gone, all right. Then you're other ones, you're like, all right, this is just the same record over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. You should just be able to tell these bands, is like, look, we really appreciate what you've done, but you can stop now. You can still play as much as you want, and we'll let you have like a new 7-inch like every 3 years or so. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to keep putting out an LP every year. Just enjoy your time, man.
Yeah, you've earned it.
Yes.
I kind of like that. Like how there's not having an LP every year. Like switching it up, going back to a 7-inch, or doing a split, or doing like 2, whatever, man. Like, but it's like the smaller formats of the shit. Like, I don't know why.
That's my favorite way to take in hardcore.
Because there's almost zero fat.
Yeah.
To those records.
Yeah, like the concentration when you go to write something like that, like is way better than it is to write a fucking LP. Like the pressure's on when you're writing 10 songs, you know.
My problem with LPs too is you write, let's make it the short end of it up. Say 10 songs, right? You're writing a 10-song LP, it's about 30 minutes. Now your normal band set is 20, 25 minutes.
If that.
Right? So you're not already going into and you still got to play old songs that people like, old songs that you wrote. So out of those 10 songs that you just wrote into an LP, about 3 of them will probably never get played live. Yeah. So you're just wasting songs. So do like 4 or 5 at a time, work them into your set, then work out some of the old shit, get it out, then add 4 new ones and cycle it in and out. But I think once you put out like just 4 straight up bangers, like where you like have like, let's say like 40 songs to choose from, just great tracks. It's alright if you just put out a 7-inch every 5 years or so. It's like, it's cool, man. You guys, you've earned it.
And how long in between those records too?
Because like
2 years.
What got me on
3 years
is like the Cro-Mags. The Cro-Mags had 2 good records, and then the rest was just pure horse shit. And like and then that dude, that fucking nutball, John Joseph, is in there going 20 years off one LP. Same songs over and over and over. Now, if he was doing like 4 or 5 LPs worth cycling in and out, I could justify going to see them. Because you're like, all right, well, this time maybe he'll play a different set. But you're like, look, let me guess, he's going to play Street Justice this time. You're like, you're going to know he's going to get played. And it's like, Enough, dude.
And here comes Malfunction.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right
on time.
Guess. Yeah, exactly. It's like, we got to know who's going to come on. All right, here we go.
Shit.
So if you have like 4, because some of the bands I grew up just loving just keep putting out records every year. And I'm just like, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is bad.
It's just, I mean, yeah, it's obviously, it's their band. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I know this is completely different, but like, I feel like Tom would know, like Slipknot. Slipknot just keeps putting out these records, and like, it's more of just like, they're trying to get back a little back to the first 2 albums, and you just can't, dude.
It's never gonna happen.
You don't experience. You don't have those experiences anymore of like being a fucked up person. Like,
no, that's a great point.
That goes for any band because you're just not that person anymore.
That's a great fucking point.
It's like you can't. It's like say like the dudes in Slipknot when they wrote their first was it 1 or 2 records. They're in their late 20s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If that.
Like now that you're in your 40s, like you're not going to sing about the same shit. You're not going to play the same way.
You don't want to, yeah.
Because you've improved at your instrument, hopefully, and you've got more experience under your belt. So why regress?
Yeah, you like no matter how long you try, you're not going to catch lightning in a bottle more than twice.
Like
it's not going to happen.
I love Old Agnostic Front, but the songwriting hasn't improved in decades, and it's just like, all right, man, you guys got us good stable of really good jams.
Yeah, so
it's all right, man.
Yeah,
it's
like
just,
the blueprint.
It's like you guys are in your 60s, just relax, come play the fests, do like a week in Europe here and there,
have a good time,
and just fucking ride it out, dude. And just stop putting out new records because you're making me sad. And I don't want to be sad when I listen to your records. I want to fucking be like, yeah, this is my shit. And
see that new record every year, every 2 years thing. I kind of wanted to like compare this to comedy in a way, because like how long does it take a comic to develop and put out like an incredible hour? Like 2 years, 3 years,
3 years, yeah.
See, I wish it were possible for bands to be able to do that with an album too. Think about how good an album would be if you could spend like 2 years getting it ready and then 1 year recording and putting it out.
You always freak me out.
Fuck record plant delays and all that shit, but actually writing the songs.
When bands would be like, yeah, so we booked 4 weeks in a studio to write and record an album. I was like, you didn't have anything going into the studio?
Fuck that.
That is a waste of money and fucking time.
I've never gone into a studio without the record ready to go.
Yeah, and I would never record a song that hasn't been played live at least 5 or 6 times, so it's worthwhile and not a turd.
That's a great.
Because last thing you want is to get your masters back and just be like, ugh.
Yeah, you need it.
Which I did for 3 fucking LPs, and then a whole nother band of.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You need a litmus test of that live experience, like Tyler was saying.
It's true.
I feel like. Oh my god! I just blanked. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
I feel too.
I feel as well.
I feel
like an alien. All right. Nah. I feel like the people that would do that spend 4 weeks in a studio are the ones that have a producer helping them. Right.
Probably. Yeah. Most likely.
I mean,
yeah.
just piecing it all together and shit like that would just.
It's like what's that one fucking jerk off? He's got a long beard. He's been around since the fucking 80s. Rick Rubin. And like how like you would hear about him, he would bring people into the studio and shit to get a certain sound out of them. And you come to figure out like years later what him helping us get our sound meant him writing half our LP. You're like, oh, okay.
He has songwriting credits suddenly.
Yeah. Or that jerk off who did all the Metallica records with Bob Rock. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
It's like, geez.
Bob Rock is his name?
Yeah. Now we have to go to therapy together. What?
They went to couples therapy, and people take that band seriously? Get the fuck out of here.
Shut up.
It's me with that fucking cornball shit. Jesus. Anyway, fuck this serious talk. Let's go on to some jocularity. What's in the news?
Oh, boy. I was so excited to print these out. You have no idea.
I love when Tommy gets excited. I love when he gets excited. He's a happy little boy. Look at his glasses. This is happy glasses.
All right.
Like,
butterscotch.
Looking like Mimi from Drew Carey.
Butterscotch lens.
All right, I'm gonna leave it up to the crowd because I know what I'm closing.
Wise.
I know what I'm closing with.
Okay.
You want poop or donuts?
Isn't that what a Delaware donut is?
Poop.
Let's go poop first.
That's a Route 13 donut.
Let's go poop first.
All right.
Dude, this is awesome.
A Tamarick man attempted to run over his neighbor in dog poop dispute.
I can understand that.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
where was he from? Where is Tamarick?
Tamarick, man.
Florida.
Bingo! Thank you. Dennis is 2 for 2 on the Florida guesses.
He's got that Florida look too.
A man from Tamarick, Florida was arrested last month after attempting to run over his neighbor with his vehicle over a dispute and over dog poop.
He just looks like he's in hot water music.
Broward County, Florida. When deputies arrived, they encountered the angry Lucas Satin, 47, who was seated in his car. He warned deputies not to approach him and threatened to drive away if they came any closer.
Ooh.
After backup vehicles arrived, he left the scene without being questioned.
So what was the poop issue?
Well, according to court documents, following the departure of Satin, I want to keep wanting to say Staten, the victim told the deputies while he was walking his dog, I'm talking about the crime itself.
Come on, face. Get done.
Initially, the victim told Satin he always cleaned up after his dog, but Satin disagreed.
Oh no!
He started revving his engine and acting like he was going to hit him with his car.
Classic Satin.
Truck.
Probably.
Definitely a truck, dude.
Definitely
a Jeep girl.
F-250.
Definitely.
The victim tried to move out of the way. So he basically accused him of never cleaning up his shit. He said, "Yes, I do clean up my dog shit." And Satin said, "No, you don't."
Dude.
That dude needs to fucking calm down.
According to court documents, the deputies interviewed witnesses of the incident. A neighbor said he'd been revving his engine for hours trying to run over another neighbor. The victim told the deputies while he was walking his dog, Satin drove by and the two waved at each other as if everything was okay. But then he returned and started yelling at his victim to keep his dog, quote, off his property.
Yo, people need to get over that. Because look, I've seen people let their dog take a shit in my yard and just walk away from it. And I don't get upset about it because rain happens. And then the poo-poo goes away. And life goes on. Just fucking relax. Like, I understand if like you had some like gigantic like Siberian husky just deucing on your lawn every day. You can't get fucking out of your front door because there's just turds everywhere.
They take big shits, bro.
But if some like little ass terriers walking by just dropping little fucking pebbles on the ground, like, fucking grow up, dude.
It'll probably fall out from between the cracks of your shoe.
Grow the fuck up, dude. It's like rain happens and you'll never see that turd again. Turds biodegrade.
Yeah, fertilize the ground, bro.
Exactly. It's even cool when they turn all white and shit. It's awesome.
White dog shit.
White dog shit is awesome, dude.
You got a belly full of white dog shit.
Got a belly full of white dog shit. Damn, that sounds like a fucking party. It's a Foxcroft party right there.
Mm-hmm. Turmeric or turmeric? Turmeric, man.
I don't fucking know.
That's like the fucking spice.
Turmeric,
yeah.
He looks cool, man.
He does, dude.
He's had enough.
He definitely goes to the fest in Gainesville every year. He's like, I heard Pedro the Lion's playing this year.
The fest.
Dude, actually, if Pedro the Lion was playing, I'd go with him too.
Don't worry, I think
I'll play that song about suicide because I'm in.
What?
I'm just saying every Pedro the Lion song's about suicide.
Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta listen to them. J-Tree.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, J-Tree.
Wilmington, Delaware, baby.
Yeah, Wilmington.
Old Mayor on Mount Tadary.
Damn.
I went to high school with that guy.
Really?
Yeah, he was like 3 years ahead of me.
Damn. Where? What high school?
McCain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
McCain's in the cut.
Dude.
It's hard to find.
It really is.
It was in my feeder pattern.
It's a fucking obnoxious ass school, too.
It stinks.
All honeycombed out and shit. Fucking Christ, I hated that place.
So, it's a donut / art story.
Why'd you have to ruin it with art?
Well, the guy has a donut shop, and he had local high school kids paint this huge mural on top of his shop, and the township is threatening him with fines.
Why, they painted dicks, didn't they?
No, they painted a sick fucking mural on top of the donut shop.
Yeah, ain't bad.
The Institute of Justice filed...
It's better than that shit under the train bridge in Newark. That fucking purple dude and some weird bagel. That weird bagel looking thing.
Why are you purple and everyone else is regular?
The crooked ass car with the wheels about to fall off.
And the chicks with the weird like face tattoos.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I hope those kids failed that class.
I forgot that the story is on the back of this paper.
Jesus Christ.
New Hampshire. High school students work for weeks on an art project on a beloved local bakery in Conway, New Hampshire. Their mural of a rising sun over mountainscape pastries was... A mountainscape of assorted pastries was unveiled. It was reported by a local newspaper. And let's see.
So what was the problem?
The local code enforcer saw this as a problem, and he said the sign needed to be torn down or painted over. According to the town, if a mural depicts anything related to what a business does, it is a sign and therefore subject to regulations. So he's basically just a party pooper or donut pooper.
Donut pooper for sure.
Dude, fuck that dude. He's probably a fucking cop that just didn't make the physical.
Code enforcer.
He's just too fucking fat to jump over the line to shoot the black kid. So they made him had to enforce stupid rules oh, if it's got art on it with the donut on it, it's technically a donut sign.
If that is more than 2 feet closer to the property line,
God.
it has to be an easement. Shut up.
It's like little high school kids fucking painted it. Quit being a fucking Grinch.
Exactly. Leavitt's Country Bakery is an institution of the town. For 45 years, it's been admired for its baked treats, named Best Donuts in New Hampshire by a state television. Last year, a friend of Sean's, this is a customer. Customer's friend connected with him at a local high school art teacher regarding a project for his students. He then agreed to let them paint a mural for the unadorned space above the shop. This one. And the code enforcer's warning came as a shock, obviously, and he threatened, despite overwhelming support for the students' artwork, the town refused to grant the exemption and said that they were going to start incurring daily fines of $275.
If I was at school, I'd be like, fuck you, I'm not paying. Or the shop, I'd be like, fuck, I'm not paying.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Take the sign?
Well, yeah, well, he's like, oh, okay, no, I'll let you paint over it, but you got to go to the high school and break it to those kids that their art doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking real cool, dude.
See that?
I'd piss in the paint and then paint over it.
It's
Piss paint wall.
I'd find out his fucking name and I replace that with Code Enforcer Jeff is a cunt. Mm-hmm. And that's what I would have out of in there. That's
well, this story is gathering
it'll stay.
A lot of attention, and they're trying to file a lawsuit against a countersuit, I guess. And simply put, the government can't decide what people may and may not paint. What
fucking year is this? This is what
the countersuit is that they're infringing on their First Amendment rights.
Look, I'm all for the First Amendment, but it's they're bitching over a donut shop painting on a donut shop. Mm-hmm. Why is that
small town shit?
Dude,
exactly.
Weirdos, man.
See
that's
how
why that town gets no bitches.
They definitely don't.
See how you feel about this one.
Oh.
This is also not the first time this has happened. Code enforcers try to play art critic when it comes to murals, like in Arlington County of Virginia.
Oh, that was nice.
Forced a doggy daycare to paint over cartoon dogs in 2012.
What?
No, not to them, dude.
Damn, was it painted by good boys and good girls too?
I'm sure.
Painted little paw prints and shit.
Can you imagine? Their sad faces.
Yeah, just goes no.
Here's one though, and a pizza parlor had to paint over a brightly colored mural of Italian foods in 2019.
Italian, okay, that's fine then. I'm fine with that one. If they had painted over it with a Taco Bell Mexican pizza, I'd be like, all right, let them keep the sign. But since it's Italian, it's got to go.
What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
Fat.
Ethnicity wise, are you Polish? Or
American.
American.
No, mostly Irish and a little bit of English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the most
I don't
of
really.
us. We're all mutts.
I don't secretly. Really don't hate Italians. I actually love their women and their big titties.
I know. I was just like,
and their one
eyebrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I'm a guy who doesn't like to take responsibility for his own actions and his own choices in life. So I blame being 397 pounds on Italians and their delicious food. I blame Italians and Garfield for the amount of lasagna, I
Lasagna,
ate that
yeah.
got me to where I am today, and why my heart yells at me every morning when I wake up.
Now, is it Italians or is it Italian Americans?
Italian Americans,
Exactly.
the home country people, dude, they're fucking great.
They're great.
God bless them. The ones that are over here, or their only fucking identity is, hey, I'm an Italian. Like, all right, dude, we get it, dude.
Heard ya.
You know, like, you guys fucking peak once you save fucking Peach from Koopa, and you haven't done anything cool since. Like, you're fucking, their whole fucking thing was like their noodle game, and then Asia was just like, nah, fuck y'all, and just fucking annihilated them in that game. So, sorry, they've been coasting. The sons of Cuomo, dude. Dude, you got more news, or is that it, dude?
I do. I have a revisiting story, if you will. Remember our esteemed Evil Tits segment, Lauren Boebert?
I do remember Lauren Boebert, dude.
Oh boy. She's dismayed that Americans only own 46% of the world's firearms.
Damn.
We don't live in a fucking war zone, you dummy.
Who is this?
Lauren
Lauren
Boebert,
Boebert.
she's some fucking
Colorado State
hot as
Representative.
fuck, right? But she is so boned up over the fucking Second Amendment, it's annoying.
It's
She
crazy.
has a restaurant where she encourages the people to go in there to eat to always open carry. It's like, we get it, dude.
Yeah, they're eating bullets and
Yeah.
they're eating bullets and magazine clips.
Yeah,
and shit.
I'll have that wooden stock souffle. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's a real
Like
Boebert.
she's mad that we only own how many?
46% of the world's guns.
That's even sounds like a lot to me.
Has a lot of guns.
That's Lauren Boebert, if you're not familiar.
Lauren Boebert. She got a cone head.
That's kind of what makes her hot to me.
Republican known for her staunch pro-gun stance,
Staunch.
made the comment while commending a new mandate for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives
Prohibition.
that went into effect on Tuesday, requiring gun owners to register any firearms that use stabilizing braces. In her speech on the House floor, Boebert accused the ATF of violating the separation of powers, saying the new rule functions like a law Congress never had. Quote, ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, the Congresswoman continued. In western Colorado, we call that a fun weekend.
Ugh.
But D.C. bureaucrats have used this agency to infringe on the rights of the American people.
Dude, she talks like a fucking 2 liter of Mountain Dew. Like,
Yeah, she's definitely got a cabin of just taxidermy.
No doubt.
that's been passed down from generation to generation.
Generations.
That's the
generations.
cabin.
Yeah, it's just like, it's
There's
like,
mad horns. And
it's like, yo, my
fucking-
meemaw sewed up this raccoon back in 18, like, fucking Christ.
That's where that snitch
I-
Chuck Zito went to die in Sons of Anarchy.
Dude, like, 46%, it still sounds like way too many guns. Like, guns are dope. Like, dude, I love shooting guns. It's great.
Fun
but
time.
we don't live in a war zone. There's dicey cities, yeah, whatever. Talk that dumb shit. But there's people that live in countries where I hope everybody there does own a weapon because they need it. Not only because of war, but because if they have animals that will kill them in the night.
Yeah.
Those are the countries that should have a high amount of guns per household. Mm-hmm.
I don't think anytime soon somebody in, let's say, Kent County, Delaware is going to get dragged out of their house by a jaguar.
You never know.
Now they're
There's
likely to
some
get dragged out of a house by their fucking molesty uncle.
Some rich motherfuckers out there.
That's
probably
true.
Nowadays, yes.
Bringing exotic animals over, you know.
That's a great point.
You said Kent County.
I did.
And you got,
Yeah.
and you are near a prison.
I bet you said Kennett Square. My bad.
No,
Yeah,
no.
Kent-
Kennett Square would be different.
Yeah, that's like, what?
Yeah.
I have an off-the-pod story about that very thing.
Ooh.
That's funny. Boebert,
Off
and
the pod means it's racist as hell. Watch that kid.
the subject is, yes,
Puts his country shirt on, all of a sudden he's just throwing loads around, dude.
You need
AC.
what are them things that the dudes wear? It's like a piece of jewelry up here and then
bolo tie.
The bolo tie.
You need a bolo. Yeah.
I would love a
That'd be
bolo
hard.
tie.
And
My
a hat.
bad. And some turquoise in there. Turquoise.
That's cultural appropriation of my Iroquois nation, dog.
Uh-huh.
Iroquois.
Yo, they should be all 46% of the guns owned. No, 100% of the guns owned in the United States should be owned by the indigenous people.
Yeah.
Just because they don't know when it's going to come around again.
Dude.
Do you know how many?
I want them to be prepared this time.
You know how many firearms that accounts for? 46%. for every 100 residents of this country, there's 120.5 firearms.
I hope every
in
one
the
of those
United
persons.
States.
I don't want them to, like, any real harm to become to them because I'm not a monster. I don't want them to accidentally shoot themselves or a kid or anything like that. But I do hope every time they pick up their gun, they drop it on their foot and they're only wearing socks.
That's
Just something like that, you
a
know.
fate worse than
Or every
death.
time they walk past their gun safe, they just stub their toe on it. It's like, dude, when the zombie apocalypse comes, all people are going to do is steal your guns because you weigh 700 pounds and can't get to the safe in time. And your fat fingers can't work the fucking dial fast enough to get your gun out.
Can't get to the saving time.
Yeah.
A small arms survey found that American citizens own nearly 46% of the world's 857 million firearms held by civilians.
Dude, my dad owns upwards of 15 like rifles, like real deal guns, right? He has 5 toes. The rest were gone because of diabetes. I'm like, how the fuck are you going to get to that safe that's up 3 flights of stairs when shit goes down? By the time you get up there, a heart attack will kill you before any looter, alien, zombie, or any of that shit gets to you. You're going to be dead already.
You guys need he needs an elevator.
He does, dude.
That'd be
Or like
sick.
one of those dumb waiters and
A
shit.
dumb waiter.
Yeah.
They just like, you know, hit like pull the rope down just to get his fucking AR down. It's like, dude.
Then he gets 3/4 of the way up and he drops the rope and falls back down.
And he lands on his feet. He's only wearing socks. But then again, it wouldn't matter because half his feet were taken by diabetes. So
She ended
Fuck
Boebert ended her critique of the latest
Boobs.
regulation by reiterating her belief in the Second Amendment is absolute and claimed that gun-free zones are the most dangerous places in our country.
not really.
Quite the opposite, really. If there were 0 guns at all, including illegal ones,
Yeah.
sounds pretty safe.
Boebert. Boobert.
The Bobes. All right.
Good old
Let's
Bobes.
get down to fucking brass tacks here. Here's where the fucking real party comes from, dude.
Uh-oh.
All right.
He
dude.
pulls a gun
He
out.
pulls a gun out, yeah. That's a squirt gun. What's that dude that killed himself on live TV?
R.
Bud
Bud Dwyer.
Yeah.
My fucking hero. See,
No.
I'm really lazy, so I chose to kill myself with carbohydrates.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
I mean, bread is pretty sexy, though.
It is, dude. I mean, would you rather have like a painful like gunshot, or would you rather have some fucking spaghetti, dude?
I'm going with the spag.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
drown in spaghetti for sure.
Fuck
Uh-huh.
yeah, dude. This is a segment called The Goddamn Cripping Inquiries. These are the most important questions you will ever be asked in your entire life, dude. All right,
Uh-oh.
man.
Yeah.
First question, very topical.
Oh, God.
What's with these egg prices, guys? Am I right? No one gives a shit about that. Question number 1, Tyler. What's popping there, senpai?
Right now, at this moment?
Don't care.
All right.
All right. That's correct.
Don't care.
All right. There was a period after the Ice Age where the Earth was going through tons of cataclysms all over the planet. Earthquakes, floods, you fucking name it. Tsunamis, the shit's all over the place. Wiped out 60% of living things, and pretty much like 80, I think it was 80% of the fucking species of life we had on Earth. It's called the Younger Dryas. It's a period of great turmoil. All that being said, does pineapple belong on pizza?
No,
That's correct.
it does not.
What?
That is correct.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's cool. To each his own, but I will not eat it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we had the Younger Dryas in the first place, because people were putting pineapple on shit.
I'm shocked.
That shit's spiky for a reason. You shouldn't eat it.
Spiky, yeah.
All right.
It clearly doesn't want to be eaten.
Dude, he's 2 for 13 so far, dude. He's fucking killing it, dude. All right.
Let's go.
Number 3. Do you care to comment on the fact that you were voted by People magazine as the horniest baby of 1987?
Yes.
What would you like to say about that?
I was not compensated at all for it.
That's right.
They did not give me any money.
Child labor laws are fucked. They need to be fucking looked at.
Yeah, they do.
Where you at, Joe Brandon?
Bastards.
Would you say the kids have it easier these days? I would.
Yeah. God. With their fucking TikToks and their horny babies. All right. This is no brainer for a boy like you.
Okay.
All right? Finish this sentence. Longboard is the
Worst.
incorrect. Longboard is the
the
longer
best.
version of the skateboard, which is everybody should be able to enjoy in their own way, and we should not look down on people because they like to ride around town on a little plank of wood.
All right.
Pushing manga.
Please get rid of the fucking electric longboards.
That's a thing?
Yes,
Yes,
dude,
it
they're
is.
everywhere.
Oh.
They're everywhere. Yo, it's made people very complacent. You gotta push that fucker. Push that thing.
It's like,
Longboards are not the worst, by the way. I fuck with a nice longboard, but it's
then what's the worst?
the worst.
The motorized
Number
ones?
one
The
worst.
Gravitron.
What's that? Is that the one wheel thing?
No, it's that fucking ride at the park, at amusement parks where you just get pinned to the wall by gravity.
Oh, I'm
And you
talking
make
about-
shit sick.
Dude,
I'm talking about strictly pedestrian vehicles.
I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Those bikes with the big giant wheel in the front.
Oh, right.
The hipsters like to ride around on.
The big bicentennial
Yeah,
fucking shit.
it's called-
Yeah.
It's called a penny farthing bike. Look it up. It's the fucking worst. But I saw a great video. I think it was in Brooklyn. And it was this dude riding one of those down the street. And he just gets nailed by a UPS truck.
I think I saw that.
And all you hear is him go, ah!
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
so fucking good, dude. All right. That's correct. Longboard is the wrong board. But we shouldn't judge people.
Wrong board.
But yeah. Like, why do you need a motor on that thing?
Dude, that's
Kind
a
of does all the work
fucking
for you.
pathetic.
popular thing right now.
Jesus Christ. This feels to be like riding a jazzy scooter through the supermarket. Number 5. What is scarier? A fifth Reich or a fourth wave of ska?
Oh man, a Fifth Reich.
No way, dude.
Dude, fucking, I can't even joke about it. I love ska, bro.
Oh man.
You guys fucking hate ska. That's good. I did not expect that. Sorry, ska.
You know that's what that word's short for, right?
Skate.
Swastika.
Ah.
That's
Yeah,
one-
all those letters are in there. Yeah.
We got
Dude.
we got a toot
That was a trick.
apologist.
That was a trick question.
No,
Both
it's
of
a
them are the
pretty-
worst.
It's pretty much the easiest question ever, dude. The fourth wave of ska. Here's the thing. Look. Here's the thing. Yeah, you're right. They're both equally horrible. I agree. But there's been many people over the last couple of years that have been trying to do a fifth Reich and failing miserably. No one is trying to do a fourth wave of ska.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
We'll see, man.
What if
You
they,
got a good point, though. Yeah.
what if they come together at the same fucking time?
They fucking.
Like they're fucking walking down the street, goose stepping, and all you hear is like hip hip hip. You know, it's like
Yeah.
pick it up. You're like, oh fuck, dude.
I mean, there's been the Nazi skin oi stuff, but there's that will always come and go. But we'll see. We're yet to see a Nazi skin ska era.
It's gotta happen.
It's gonna happen.
Like, how fucking weird would it be? Like, because all those ska songs were always about like the third wave ska shit was all like dumb shit about like farting and songs about like just dumb stuff.
All right.
What if all of a sudden you found out that all those songs are a secret code about fucking extermination of species?
Yes.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Definitely
dude.
were.
It's like Mustard Plug was on some shit, dude.
Jesus.
Oh, Christ. Anyway, want something a little brighter and happier than that. Question number 6. Do you think Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore really went on 50 first dates, or were they just exaggerating?
They're exaggerating.
Yeah, I think they rounded up, too. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more like 500 first dates.
Yeah.
She had dementia.
Yeah, and that's not a laughing matter. How dare you make a comedy about that?
Yeah, I know.
I thought they called
What
it
the
amnesia in the movie
Is that what it was?
because dementia.
She just forgot.
Yo.
Dementia's for the olds.
Yeah.
No one likes facts, all right? Just shut up. Go with the joke.
I'll go
all right?
pee. I'll go pee again, sir.
Yeah, why don't you go piss a lake and take a dip, all right?
Take a
Jesus
swim.
Christ.
Piss a lake.
And take a goddamn dip.
I'm gonna remember that. That's
Yeah.
good.
You can have it, dude.
Piss a lake.
Yeah. This is a... Somebody just farted? Was that... Oh, okay.
I wish.
Speaking of fart, we have a question. This has been asked of a lot of people lately. It's something Tom and I disagree on. Tom thinks the funniest thing in the world is farting.
It is pretty funny when you hear it.
I think the funniest thing in the world is when people pretend bananas are cell phones.
I do too. I think it's hilarious.
Or any object is a cell phone is normally going to make me laugh. If you're like, here's, hello?
Yeah.
Fucking hysterical to me. He says farting's funnier. Where do you go on this side of that argument?
If that farting is funnier than a banana phone,
Yeah. Or is banana phone funnier than farting?
I don't know, man. Because I like to pretend I'm a monkey sometimes. So like, I'll just pull
That
out
is
the banana
funny,
phone.
That
and,
is
like,
funny.
Well, you could do both, and then it'd be double the fucking
Oh, I didn't think about that.
the amount of hilarity or
Because you
whatever
figure if you're
humor.
squatting down, like pretending you're walking like a chimp, Like, that's been perfect, like,
Yeah.
squatty potty stance, so you're going to get some fucking air
Some
coming out your
movement.
asshole. And then if you're all of a sudden just like, ook, and pick up a banana, dude, you might as well just get a fucking Netflix special then. That's fucking amazing.
Fuck.
Damn,
That's
great.
It's hard to answer, man.
Did he just best us at our own question?
I know, dude.
I'm sorry.
Mixing them together is fucking, that's a
I never even
idea.
thought of that before.
Makes the
Yeah,
world
you think it's
explode.
right on the top of the. Right, it should be right on the top of your head there, right? All right, number 8. What's more what's more heroic, a POW or a BBW,
A prisoner of war
or a big
or a BMW?
or a BBW,
What's it?
a big beautiful woman?
Big beautiful woman. I'll take the prisoner of war.
Incorrect.
Big beautiful woman.
Apparently, you don't watch a lot of pornography because you can see some of the dicks that these women take. They're fucking heroes, dude.
Talk about torture.
Dude, they're fucking taking on these black dudes with stovepipe dicks and then they can get up and go about their day.
Stovepipe.
Dude, like straight up fucking chimney dick just going right into them. And then they are just perfectly good to just go grocery shopping after.
They probably drove home.
I mean,
What's a stovepipe? Like a pipe that comes from the stove
like
to
a chimney
let
out of the top of a stove.
to like heat out and smoke out or
What I'm
whatever.
saying
Yes.
is a gigantic cock goes
Yeah.
in and out of them. Something horse-sized.
a fucking bat, a chair leg.
And then they go
something.
on. Then they go on with their day. You know, they balance their checkbook. You know, they go to the friend's house. John McCain, former presidential candidate John McCain, was a POW for like 5 or 6 years, right? And he was a mushbrain forever after that.
His arms were permanently his shoulders were
Where-
permanently damaged from the torture he endured.
Exactly. So if a BBW had been captured during Vietnam or whatever war it was, she would have gotten out of that fucking hut within days and just walked home and then gone to the supermarket, dude. Maybe even Popeyes.
For more snacks,
I'm
probably.
telling you, dude. But you know what? You support the troops. Okay, I get it. All right?
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, baby boy. All right, this one's a little personal. Might hit a little close to home, dude. But one of our past guests has a question. And it's really been weighing on his mind for a long time. David Janis. You familiar with the man?
I am.
He wants to know why you broke up Shadow of Lies. He says it's all your fault.
I did not.
Whose fault was it then?
Dave Janis.
Whose fault was it then?
What? Who broke up? I don't know. I think it just fell apart, man. Let's be
See,
honest with you.
That's an honorable thing. Did you see that? He didn't throw anybody under the bus. David, on the other hand, Tyler, right under those wheels, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What a piece of shit, right?
Fuck it, man.
The
I
mil-
think, dude, Janice gave me my favorite T-shirt ever.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's a good boy like
He's
that.
awesome.
He gave us some of my least favorite musical recommendations ever.
What is it?
Rape teenagers?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, but he also gave us that Abhorrency record.
That was really fucking
The
good.
Exploitar record and That Dog. That dog is a sick man.
That dog
That
is
dog is hard. That's a hard name.
Right?
I like that.
It was pretty okay.
He bought me this Frankie McDonald bobblehead.
Who the fuck is this?
You'll know.
How do you not know fucking Frankie?
Fucking no, man.
For real, though, dude.
Frankie McDonald?
So, I'll tell Dave that you threw Bob Wilson under the bus.
Ah.
I said, it talks. Go ahead and listen to him.
Yep. I know.
Exactly.
I know him. I know
Well,
him. The news
Everybody
guy.
knows him, dude.
We do too, Frankie.
He's
We
cool.
all do too.
All right. This question number 10. This is not really a question as much as it is a realization I came to. The opposite of Paul Rudd is Raul Pud. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up, right?
That's just the Latino version.
Yeah, Raul Pud.
Raul Pud.
I do think puds are hilarious. though.
Yes.
Who's the dude that shot the other dude with a shotgun when they went hunting? Wasn't that John McCain?
It was Dick Cheney.
No, it's Dick
Or
Cheney.
Dick Cheney. Okay, they're all the
It's
same. They
another
have
old,
the same
another old white guy.
Yeah.
white-haired name.
Yeah.
Interchangeable white hair. Yeah.
Paul
Those
Rudd.
we call the interchangeable whites.
You know who would ever get shot accidentally by a vice president? Raul Pud.
Who's Paul Rudd? I know that name.
Ant-Man.
Yes.
The brother
Yes.
from fucking Clueless.
Yes.
Which we think about is kind of weird that she was fucking her stepbrother.
Yeah, no.
So maybe that's where that stepbrother porn shit first started.
Dude, they had this weird dynamic in that movie.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, I know exactly why they started fucking. Because they went and saw the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And then they started fucking. And so if you listen to the third wave of ska, you will fuck a step sibling if you have one.
I was thinking.
I'm sorry, Tom, go ahead.
I was gonna say. I think it's because Paul Rudd's such a dreamboat.
He is a fucking dreamboat. Did you ever see Wet Hot American Summer, dude?
Did I?
He's wearing those half shirts and shit, dude. He's got abs like a riverbed, dude. I love him. All right. Question number 11. Moving right along. Moving right along here. Would you buy a Dodge Neon off a dog in a poncho?
Hell yeah.
Damn right you would.
What color do I get, though? What Dodge Neon color?
Fucking you name your color and you're getting that shit.
Purple.
Yo.
Purple's a very common color. Or, what
But
was
that
the common neon
That nice
color?
reflective purple.
Yeah.
There's either purple or no.
Like a plum purple.
Or that teal.
Yeah, I fuck with
lot
the
of
teal.
teal going
I've
I'll
seen
take
a
the
lot
teal.
of teal Dodge Neons
With
in my
the
day.
ground effects kit?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I remember yellow, too. There was a yellow neon.
Oh, dude.
They're always the most beat up ones.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
See, I look at Dodge Neons like people from the north look at the Aurora Borealis. It's a lot of colors and they're all beautiful.
Even spray paint
All right.
primer gray.
We're coming down to the wire here, dude. Question number 12. What is 7 times 7?
Fuck. 7 times 7?
Yeah.
That's evil.
What is it, dude?
That's just fucked up. 7 times 5 is... Fuck. God, this is embarrassing. I'm doing it right now. 7, 14, 21, 27. 28. Sorry, 28. See, this is why I failed my math thing on in my GED.
Damn.
If you ask me, would you like me to go through the
Don't.
the Delaware the Delaware basic cable channels
The funny thing is
as numbers?
This is a fucked up question.
the funny thing is like if you were to answer it correctly, I was just going to call you a nerd and make fun of you. But you
136.
You
I just
completely flipped it on its ear and just ruined the joke for me. It's 49.
It's 49.
Yeah. So. Whoa.
Why is there something up with that fucking number?
No.
That is just
I
common
just
that
wanted to
people
call
can't
you a
solve?
nerd for knowing a math problem, and then you fucking proved that you weren't a nerd because you don't know simple math, and I'm
That
really
is
proud
correct.
of
Thank you.
you. Yeah,
I mean-
you're a fucking cherub, dude. I love you.
Yeah, man.
You're,
It's all that Delaware fluoride.
you're a fucking.
Dude, that DuPont water
Dude.
got us, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
they
Turn the
do.
frogs gay. Made us not know math. Oh god,
I got
dude.
fucking arms growing out my sides, dude.
Dude. All right, here's our final question. This is one I give to every single guest, and no one has ever gotten it right.
Not even our guests from New Jersey.
Yeah. Are you a fan of E-Town Concrete?
I am.
All right, let's see how much of a fan you fucking are.
All right.
Finish this E-Town Concrete lyric.
Hmm.
I have a structured settlement, but I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
It's a first. It's a first.
Fuck me. We finally got one.
Fuck yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's right. The first
877.
is a Delaware boy. And the best part about that is why I love it even more that the Delaware boy got it right is because he nailed that immediately but couldn't figure out 7 times 7.
Dude, 7's a fucked up number, bro.
Dude, where were you? Christiana School District?
Yes, I was. Newark High.
Dog.
I failed. I dropped out at 9th.
It took me 5 years to get out of the Red Clay School District. So anyway.
Dude. Yeah. Oh, my God. Wait, McCain's Red Clay?
Yeah, it's Red Clay.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
man,
so-
finally
I'm so happy
someone
right
got that
now.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
so
we had-
happy.
We had New Jersey people that couldn't get that right.
Dude, that commercial's so awesome.
It is fucking great.
The Viking on the on the bus, on the city bus.
It's like, it's my money, and I need it now.
Yeah.
He opens the commercial.
Dude.
Yeah, he does.
He's right up there with Little Bob from Bob's Discount Furniture. Little Bob is the fucking man. He's a tiny little fucking man, dude.
Is that who's the dude's rolling the carpet out?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him?
Yeah, Little Bob from Bob's Discount Furniture and Carpet.
I forget that jingle.
It's just.
I just remember the store.
Dude, I just remember little cartoon Bob just chilling, dude. Right with regular size Bob. God damn it. Anyway, that's all I got is frequent me inquiries. You only got 2 wrong, dude, but you did get the fucking one question that no one can ever get right.
Dude, hell yeah.
No one can ever get right, dude.
He set a fucking precedent.
I know,
And
dude.
it was somebody from fucking Delaware, too.
That's right.
Don't ever forget it. New Jerseyans.
Yeah, he doesn't know his
Respect.
times. Yeah, he doesn't know his times tables, but he knows his E-Town fucking concrete.
Absolutely, as he should.
Yeah.
Aunt Money definitely said that.
Did you ever think it's weird that a guy named Aunt Money had a song called Mandibles?
I love that song.
I mean, he's really playing into the whole
Mandible.
ant aspect. He's got mandibles, and he should have a song called like Antenna,
Antables.
and then like Thorax. Anyway,
4X.
Ant Hammer is just fucking stupid. Tom, you want to do some homework?
Yeah, let's get into the actual nerd shit.
Oh fuck. Did you tell him about it?
I did.
There's one I missed. It was the last Bjorkian type lady. The Icelandic
I
lady.
decided to share tonight's homework with our guest tonight, just so he could be included on the conversation, and just so like every listener is aware, Tyler was in no way obligated to do this, and he chose to do it anyway.
Yeah, only the second person to ever do that. The only other person was the guy that he kicked out of his own band. R.I.P. Dave Janis.
Sorry, Dave.
The milkshake
Never
vegan.
apologize. The milkshake vegan. Old barfy pants. Looking like Bob Belcher. Oh, what do you got there, Thomas?
So, I tried to keep together who assigned what, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna start.
Dave Heck assigned
He
the
assigned.
sounds
Yeah, and was that it?
and raised fist.
Okay, I'm gonna start with raised fist.
Okay.
I gotta start on a low note.
Oh,
I gave it a 5 out of 10
why?
because it has kind of like a fast melodic thing going on. I've never heard a drum solo in the second song before. For a fast record, it sounds how I like it to sound as a drummer myself, but I found it a little bit too polished.
Yeah.
And they throw in unnecessary parts that like kind of take me out of it, like a slow drum roll that's building up and then nothing happens after it.
I love when that happens, actually.
And it checks a lot of boxes for stuff that I like, but it didn't keep me. I give it a 5.
Raised Fist, I liked it for about 6 songs, and then I just had enough. Like, it was fast. I liked that it was almost always fast. It slowed down every once in a blue moon, but it never did that stupid slow down just so you could have a token mosh part.
Yeah.
And it was pretty raging enough, but yeah, if it was an EP, I would have liked it a lot better.
That too. Good, not great.
Yeah, I gave it a 6,
All right.
but yeah, it wasn't bad.
What do you say, Ty?
I'd say 6 out of 10.
All right.
I really like the pace of the first track. It was
Yeah.
super fast adrenaline. That drummer is fucking
Fucking
going
good.
hard
Yeah.
the entire song.
And we can tell because it's like I said, it was really polished, and I could hear everything he was doing.
Yeah. It gives me mad Euro like politic vibes. Like it's definitely. I feel like, is this a Euro band?
Yeah,
Is it a Euro
Swedish.
band? Swedish.
Ah,
Yeah, there's
that
got to be
makes sense.
some political lyrics in there. So I don't want this lyrics didn't stick out to me, but or the vocals didn't stick out to me too much. But yeah, I don't know.
They do the
Pretty
one
cool.
thing I hate that Euro bands do is when they don't sing in their native language. I would rather a band.
It's kind of scary.
I would rather
harder.
have me. I would rather have to go through the work of reading a translation of the lyrics than to hear really bad English translations. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't understand what the fuck he's saying, if I can just read it later, it's great. But
I was watching a TV show the other day with
really
Mel.
proud of you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's called The Chestnut Man.
Oh,
It's a Danish show, but it's on
Danish.
on Netflix and it's dubbed.
right.
So it fucking sucked for me.
Yeah, it's like if you ever watched anything Asian.
Subtitles always.
If you read the subtitles, half time they make no sense. So I'd rather just, when it comes to music, I'll just figure out, okay, what's this song about to them? Like, I don't have to sing along to it all the time. So I'd rather hear them sing in their native language than hear them just really just fumble through English when, like, they can easily be a smart motherfucker who really is good at writing lyrics and knows what he's talking about. And then just, he comes off sounding like a Borat, It's like,
Yeah, this cover gives me Strife vibes.
That's
definitely fucking late 90s vibes to it.
Yeah.
I think everything that came out of Europe in the late 90s had a cover that looked like that.
Layers and layers of things. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
Like a picture
It's
of a
alright.
riot put on a picture of like something else, and then they Photoshop fire over it, and clean fonts and shit like
Yeah,
that.
clean fonts.
But then the other end of the Swedish spectrum was something black and white cover. The logo's made it at Kinko's.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
totally crusty.
Yeah,
AKA way better.
it is the best.
You want to go on to the sounds?
Oh yeah, how good at that?
Since it was also a day of assignment, we both did it.
Yeah.
Crossing the Rubicon. Started off for me as a 5, but the songs I like, I would call a 6. So I'd split the difference at like 5.4 out of 10.
I love the first song. I thought the first
First song
song
was
was
very good.
fucking great, right? And I was stoked on it. And then the second song started off all right too. And then the girl has a great singing voice, but then she goes into this fucking kind of rapping style of like vocal delivery, but not like rap, but like the Gwen Stefani holla back girl type rapping.
The Eve era.
Yeah, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, if she hadn't have done that, I would have been way more on board with that record. But I was like, what the fuck? Like, your voice is beautiful. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing, I expect her to start saying, like, tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I was like, stop it.
The Spice Girls.
Yeah, I was like, 3. Musically, it was fine, but...
I said the production level is amazing.
Yeah.
It sounded great, but you can also tell by the vocal inflections that they are not American. Where do you think they're from?
I have no fucking clue, tell you the truth.
I'd say Germany. Or no, I'd say the UK.
Close. You were closer the first time. Sweden. Another
There's a lot of
Swede band.
Swedish stuff.
Uh-huh.
Some great shit out of Sweden, but that just wasn't one of them.
And the copious amounts of dance beats should have been a dead giveaway. And the fact that their record is called Rubicon. Only Swedes say that
Yeah,
shit.
Americans don't know what the fuck that word means.
Yeah,
It's a river.
You're a river.
I had to Google it.
Gotcha.
And Euros seem to all do this thing where they get really noodly with guitar and synth parts. You can spot it a mile away.
Like, I didn't mind that shit. It's just when she's like, like, what do you... Like, stop it.
Yeah, I gave it a 5.4.
Yeah. That first song was a banger, and I wanted to like it, but, yeah.
And then, so it started with the first song, second song,
Yeah, they mostly do start with the first song.
and then the third song underwhelmed me again.
Bands be starting with the first song, you know what I mean?
dude.
Sometimes.
This fucking horse though is buff.
Yeah,
That's a ripped horse, man.
it is, dude. Easily a Mustang.
A Mustang.
Look
for
at the
sure.
mane on that fucking thing, too.
You go down to Chincoteague or Assateague or whatever and find that fucking horse.
I don't know,
running around.
man. He'd be fuck up those little tiny short horses.
Yeah.
Look
The
at that-
midget horse.
Look at the mane on that fucking dude. All luxurious and flowing. That's some prel. Some prel in that shit. Mm-hmm. He's a good boy, dude. He's just fucking Seabiscuit on the cover.
Seabiscuit, yeah.
Seabiscuit, dude. Terry McGuire giving him a handy in the fucking stalls, dude.
Not for me, man. I listened to it. Wasn't not for me.
Yeah, I only made it about 4 songs then.
Yeah.
I was like, deuces.
I gave it the college try though.
Yeah.
I'll move on to.
Do you want me to get into the horse shit you gave me?
Actually, yes, I would.
Okay. Anna of the North. The record was called Lovers.
Uh-huh.
I normally don't. I love anything with a girl singer for some reason. Just it's my shit.
It checks your
But I
box.
also don't like shit that's overly produced and really radio friendly. But for some reason, this got me. Like I was like, the sound like it's way overproduced and could be playing in an H&M at any time. But I still enjoyed the shit out of that record.
It's fucking good.
It kind of drags towards the end.
Yes, it does.
But overall, I enjoyed it. I gave it a fucking 7.5.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
That's a good score.
Yeah, and if her name really is Anna and she really is from the North, I mean, I had to take away points for that. It's like a little on the nose.
I think she is from Norway.
Okay. So if I was in a band called Fat from Newcastle County.
Fap.
Fap.
That too.
PHAP.
Damn.
Fat fap.
Damn. I know I'm getting tattooed on my fucking knuckles.
Yeah.
He's a fapper.
So every time I fucking fap, it just fucking come into that tattoo.
Hell yeah.
And then you gave me a comedy special. Ian Bag. Something with fuck in it. That shit sucked.
Really?
That shit was dumb. If you took Dane Cook, but took away all the physicality of what he does, jumping around like a silly goose, and also took away the somewhat silly premises, you get that Ian Bag dude. It was just all that dude was just yell, and there was no jokes that got me at all.
Oh man.
I just did not. His fucking voice was driving me nuts.
I enjoy it.
The overly Canadian
weird.
accent. I was just like, and you know me. I love me some Canadian comedians, dude. But yeah, I was like, this is not funny. It's just like real hack premises to his jokes, real hack approaches to his crowd work, and he had like that Papa Roach gelled up hair and shit, and he looked like Dane Cook's drunk brother. But he wasn't jumping around like a fucking dum-dum.
James Cook.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, this I'm sorry, I didn't laugh at all.
That stinks. I'm sorry to let you down.
Yeah, but there was a lady in the front row with big ass titties, so that counts for something.
That's not a net loss.
And that's why I gave it a 2 out of 10 instead of a 0. She had like this, like, I'd say late 40s, early 50s look, but just had this big set of like fucking dolphin foreheads. Just, oh dude, I was like, hell
Dolphin
yeah,
foreheads.
yeah, dude, just round and smooth.
He's the first person I ever heard say that, and I still understand it.
Yeah, round and smooth, dude. And every time you look at it, you're like, that's a majestic creature. But so that had that going for him. So you got to find a silver lining in everything.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't a net loss. That's
yeah,
fine.
Exactly, dude.
You can't win them all. It was free, so fuck
Yeah,
it.
free's always good.
You want me to get into my homework?
Hit it up, dude.
I'll start with Indecision, Release the Cure. I actually do dig the guy's vocals a little bit.
Yeah.
It goes without saying, like everybody, I prefer Tom.
Yeah.
I hear that is it a bass player? The bass player is the girl?
No,
Or a guitar player?
The second guitar player, yeah.
I heard her background vocals, and I thought they were good. The title track fucking rules.
Yeah.
I love that crawling song until the guest part.
Yeah, the dude from Silent Majority, yeah.
Yeah, I could have skipped that.
Yeah.
End of a Short Rope might be my favorite track on the entire record. Especially the Sepultura tribal part at the end.
Their drummer's fucking sick.
Yes.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yes.
I like the
he
snare.
is.
The one downfall
Snare's
of
cool.
that record, though, I will say, drum-wise, is the bass drum is mixed super low.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like hard to hear what he's doing at some points. Like his snare's loud as fuck, which is good, but the bass drum is kind of low.
That's like his thing. His snare sound, which I like.
I'm not saying that lineup of Indecision is better than the lineup with Tom singing, but everybody talked about that record like it was horse shit. I'm like, no, that's actually a fucking sick record.
My last note though was, boy, do I hate 13 Minutes of Silence last tracks though.
Oh god, I'm so glad that got phased out.
Fuck, I hate that.
Yeah, I noticed that there was like 14 songs or something on there. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
End of a
fucking
Short
crazy.
Rope is like 3 minutes tops, and the rest is silence.
yeah. It used to bum me out because we used to have these things in my day called mixtapes, and you wanted to put the last track on, you couldn't because you had to cut off in like another 15 minutes of silence. Yeah, it was
Stupid.
I hate that shit.
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I'd say the same.
It's pretty okay. I mean, obviously, I like the other Indecision records a little more.
As do I, yeah.
But it was good.
So they got Destroy the Machines vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can
You know.
see that. That's a great observation.
I just brought it to you because I was like, everybody just kind of said fuck that record because it didn't have Tom on vocals.
Mhm.
But you're missing out on a great record. It's not as good as, but it's still a good fucking record.
It's still
it deserves to
good.
be listened to. Yeah.
Dude, the cover, the dude on the cover looks like that rapper dude now that whistles. He's like,
Yeah.
she tried to turn around and I hit her with the It kind of looks like it. He's got the tattoos and shit. But there's a dollar bill, like a $5 bill over his face.
That's so unsanitary, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
who
of
knows
You know
where
the
that's
fuck that-
been.
Exactly.
consumed by greed.
I know, dude.
He's dying by
It's
greed.
a concept album. It's all about the pharmaceutical industry.
Knew it.
Hence the name.
Release the Cure.
Well, that brings me to my second homework assignment, which was
I don't even remember.
a record called Traveling
Oh, yeah.
by Rid of Me.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that they were locals.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Maybe you might have mentioned it on the last episode, but I forgot.
Yeah.
I saw the album cover and I thought, man, they must love cigarettes.
Yeah,
they do.
their guitar player runs that Life Hits Records.
Yeah. Future guest of the show.
Yeah.
I love that first song.
Yeah.
Vocals. Vocal is underrated, almost too quiet, or understated.
Okay.
It's almost, the vocals are almost to an understated level, almost too quiet, but still very good.
Yeah.
The title track started to lose me just a little bit because
Right.
it got really slow, and but the rest of the record was fucking great.
Yeah.
I loved it. I gave it 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a good fucking record there, dude.
That one stood out to me too, the self-titled track. I
Yeah.
mean, that one stood out to me the most, but I really like the guitars
Yeah.
in that. There's just like a noise. It's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Mhm. I enjoyed that record a lot. I listened to it 2 times.
Yeah.
I'm not big on noise, but it kind of helped me like drone out a little bit. You
Yeah.
know? So that's cool.
I can understand people not liking noise, but they're one of the better of the crop.
Mhm.
You know,
I thought as soon as I saw that cover, I was like, this gives me like Ohio vibes. And I was like, I gotta look where they're from in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the main dude in it used to be in that Fight Amp band.
Okay. Yeah.
So I guess Philadelphia by way of South Jersey or whatever you want to say. But did you tell me about recommending us anything?
Oh no,
You didn't bring
I
up that
fucking
part?
forgot to mention that.
Dude, we have this thing when we have guests come through. We ask them to recommend us 2 records.
Fuck.
But
Yeah, it's too late now.
they can't mention any of their friends' bands.
Oh, I got a lot of weird shit.
Look in your like recently searched or something. See if you got anything off the top of the head.
But you can't use your friend's shit because we'll just plug that shit anyway.
Nah.
Yeah, it'll come up organically. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I'll start by assigning you your homework then.
Okay.
Give him some time. Your record assignment is the new Paramore record, This Is Why.
All right.
And
fair.
I want you to be prepared for our next episode
Oh, yeah.
because we've got
Valentine's Day special, dude.
yes, special episode next week.
I'm beat, bro. My shit's not loading, so
Oh
Don't
shit.
worry about it.
it's
Yeah,
all right.
Fuck it then. Or just text it to one of us later or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find something.
Yeah. And comedy, this guy just put a special out on Amazon Prime. You have Amazon Prime,
I do.
right? So you can see this. I think he's so funny that he's clean, but you don't really realize it because he's so like funny.
Are you
It's
talking about who I think you're talking about?
Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
His new
I'm
special
familiar.
is called Hello World.
Is it a special or is it a series?
It's a special. It just came out.
Because I saw it on Amazon and it had like an episode list.
That could just
It
be
said like season 1, episode 1. There's only one up, and it was an hour long, but
that could just be like maybe he's gonna like release bonus features or something later.
Maybe.
I don't know, but that's your
but
assignment.
yeah, that dude fucking rules. I'd plan on watching that shit anyway. I normally like kind of get away from clean comedy,
See.
but he's just so goddamn funny. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes.
He doesn't cuss or anything. That's
He doesn't
No.
cuss,
clean.
but
you would-
he doesn't talk about fucking none of that shit. It's all straight up clean shit. But just the way he does it is so goddamn good. This
So
is like
good.
real dry sarcasm and shit.
Oh man, he's probably destined for greatness with that.
He's
Yeah.
massive.
He's massive.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, he's got an Amazon show. So.
yeah.
He can be sold in any market anywhere.
Right.
And he's like a good old boy from Tennessee. So
And it's funny because he came up in like the New York comedy
Yes.
scene with a bunch of dudes who are like the dirtiest dudes in the fucking game,
and the funniest people
and
who've
still
ever
managed to keep, the
Yeah.
clean vibe, but still kill.
That's
and shit
cool.
like that.
Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
he's exactly what a clean comic should be. He's perfectly like refined.
Yeah.
He's not corny. Like I said, you'll laugh the entire time, and then like, oh shit, an hour went by.
Yeah,
and he didn't
say
curse once.
Yeah, or
It's
talk
weird.
about titties. Yeah.
It's very weird.
Now,
I encourage you to watch it too. But
It's-
Yeah,
whatever,
I'll check it out.
check it out.
what I got for you comedy wise is something I discovered recently, but it's a comedian you and I both know and both love. Is a man named Rich Voss.
Oh, I'm curious for this.
Rich Voss in 2016 recorded a special that never got released because I don't think he was happy with the finished product or whatever, and it just never.
I'm waiting for Bonnie. Okay.
She produced it actually,
of course.
but it was actually filmed around the same time they did the roast for him,
That was 17. Yeah.
and it was called Rich Voss. They Call Me Legend.
Oh boy.
Now, what you gotta there's a weird part. It's on YouTube, right? Just look up Rich Voss, The Lost Hour, and that's where you'll find it. And I only know the title of the special because they had like the title screen, and that came up.
Interesting.
It's great because it's Voss,
It's Voss.
obviously, but the crowd kind of stinks, and the crowd's kind of bad. And you know that a bad crowd can ruin a funny special, and that's I think one of the reasons he decided I'm not putting
scraps
this
it?
out.
He's
But-
such a crowd guy too. I don't know why he couldn't
Yeah.
turn it around.
Not a lot of crowd work in his special though.
Really?
It's mostly just
all right.
material. But you're a Voss fan, so I know you love it. So
I
that's
am.
what I brought to you.
Yo, I gotta pee really bad.
We're done in like 4 seconds.
If you can hang on.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I'll just
Sold.
piss. You hear the piss trickling down the.
You see me getting hard, but I'm bringing you record wise, the best hardcore band to ever come out of Pennsylvania, hands down. Is a band. This record came out in '99. It's one of the greatest fucking pieces of hardcore ever come out of Pennsylvania, by a band called Turmoil. The record's called The Process
You
of.
think I haven't heard
Process
the
of.
process of?
All right, then I'll give you something different.
It's a good record.
That's a fucking great record.
Here's one.
That is one of the
that
best.
drumming
bands.
is crazy
Dude,
on the
let
record.
me
Yes.
tell you what.
And he's a lefty too. That's weird as fuck.
Is he? Okay.
Fuck them. They're always
Yeah.
good.
Sorry, so you already heard that.
I'm
one.
watching you, Kimball.
Here's my backup, dude. I know Tyler's fucking down with this band too. It's a band from Chicago. Probably one of the best bands from Chicago. It's a band called The Killer.
Yep.
I knew this was coming. As
And
soon
the
as I said
record is
Chicago.
called Better Judged by 12 Than Carried by 6. Now, their other records are great too, but that's the more accessible and the more easy to digest one because the one after it is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Great record, but weird. So I'm giving you this one instead. It's more of a easy in on this band. They're one of my fucking favorite bands to see live. And they're just fucking gnarly as fuck.
Lyrics are great too.
Lyrics are great.
Mm-hmm.
Music, they actually try different shit without, getting too weird to alienate people. They're fucking awesome.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
And Tyler's got a piece. So you want to hit that fucking intro music?